hang food in the tent.
Don't hang food in the tent, Grams.
Oh, my God.
So I get on the plane to go up to do this movie, and sitting across from me, I didn't see him get on the plane because I was doing my own thing or whatever, is Ed McMahon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And God bless him.
Ed.
Yeah, he's been in the show. He's been in here a couple times.
I love him.
He's great.
I mean, he looks 107, but he's had a very, very admirable life and
Marine, veteran, combat veteran.
Exactly. So, anyways, I'd done the show, as you mentioned, with he and Johnny many, many times. So I didn't realize he was on the plane, so we hadn't spoken. We hadn't made eye contact. And 7 seconds into the flight, he's fast asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God bless. But I couldn't resist.
Uh-oh.
I went up behind him about 15 minutes into the flight when he was snoring. I went up behind him and into his ear I said, Ed, we're back.
It's Hi, everybody. It's the Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying a little John and the East Side Boys. From the window to the wall.
Could we speak English? I have no idea what they're talking about.
Somehow I knew you wouldn't be up on skeet, skeet. You know, that's how you should start
what's
your...
he talking about?
Oh, skeet, skeet, gosh darn.
It's a song from like 2004.
369, damn she's fine.
Still holds up.
Oh, still holds up.
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Hi, Tom, buddy. How are you? December 9th, 2020. Hello, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hey, chick.
Hello, Ace Cosby. You know about Little John. Oh, damn you. Hello, Willie. and here comes Tom.
Like a Robin Hood thing. What the hell?
Damn.
Yes, it's like Robin Hood, Grandpa. Yes.
What are your thoughts, OJ?
Damn. That's right. OJ likes
I
Little
guess
John.
everybody knows it.
You know he likes Little John.
A rarity on the program. We are going to pick up where we were cut off yesterday on the show.
So we truly had a cliffhanger?
We did?
Well, yeah, kind of. We were doing Today in History.
Yes.
As you know, and
we've been known to do Yesterday in History.
Right. Because we missed a couple things, and I would be remiss if we didn't pick up this. Let me see if I can find the actual. We were talking about Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who Lil Jon is. What about Sammy Davis Jr.?
Let's go back to the Rat Pack, fellas.
Well, did this gentleman Little John win?
No. Tom. Lil.
Yeah, Lil.
Oh, he's a Lil.
You know my philosophy.
I know.
What is it?
Anyone called Lil, I'm not interested in.
Really?
Everybody.
What about the Inside Boys?
It's Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Yeah.
I have no idea who they are.
I know. We all know.
Are they still out there? Is Lil Jon still Lil? Or
Hell
is he,
There was an issue, though. One of them moved to the West Side, and we don't talk about it.
Is Lil Jon incarcerated at present in the hip-hop tradition?
No, what is wrong with
In the
you?
hip-hop tradition.
We're 2 minutes into the show.
I've already checked out. Can we do something
Plenty
else?
of rock and rollers have been jailed.
Yeah.
Oh, certainly.
Country Western stars.
Jim Morrison in 68 years
I
ago.
think the death count drive-by shooting score.
That probably does go to hip-hop.
The point is,
No, it does not go to. What is wrong with you?
What are you talking
Yeah, of
about?
course it does.
No, that's gang culture. Hip-hop and culture and gang culture are two separate things. There's a Venn diagram there, but let's all relax.
Oh, boy.
Jesus.
369,
Hip-hop is
MC
causing-
fine. Hoping
hip-hop
she
is
can sock
causing
it to me
gun
one
violence.
more
What's wrong with
time.
you?
That's not what we said.
You see that you're missing the entire point.
No, you're a
No,
moron.
we get the
You don't know
point. You're
anything
in-
about hip-hop, and
you're-
this is...
And you are firmly entrenched in 1964, maybe 65.
The point is,
You acknowledge the Beatles. They're here.
I was trying to explain that yesterday in history,
And Sammy Davis Jr.
we were talking about the great birthday of the late Sammy Davis Jr., born on December 8th, 1925. And many awards for the great Sammy. A fine actor,
Yes.
great singer. But few recall that he did, in fact, win the one and only Disco Lifestyle Lifetime Achievement Award.
Hosted by Rick Dees, wasn't it?
I believe it was hosted. It could have been. It was a Dick Clark production. I've been trying to find it because people don't believe it exists. This was a one-time show, the Disco Lifestyle Awards. They thought it was going to be one of these things that would be like the Academy Awards. Just ran the one time.
Yeah.
But Sammy Davis Jr. was the big winner. And then, of course, there were lots of other Disco Lifestyle Awards that year. But disco kind of came and went pretty quickly. In any event, we were going to play the special Bob and Tom Show exclusive Disco Lifestyle Award with Sammy Davis himself.
Yes.
We'd be remiss if we did. So here we go. If you were missing yesterday, I'm sure you've been waiting all day for this.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing a musical number written especially for this evening, the Disco Lifestyle Awards are proud to present Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Let's hit it, man. Here we go. I like to live the disco lifestyle. I like to live in a disco world. I want to disco marry you and have a disco family, and we'll all live in a disco. I love the disco lifestyle. I love the disco lifestyle.
All right, let's.
You know, disco has always. I have lost my eye.
Oh, my. Okay. I've lost my eye. Okay, if you Google
That's a
Disco
classic.
Lifestyle Awards, it shows our show talking about it. It's one of those few things. I don't know how it someone has to have a copy of it.
I'm sure it's out there. Yeah, maybe
I
they
do
haven't
have
put
proof
up
that
yet.
it actually existed. I got an article someone sent me.
Well, we believe you.
From
I watched
Jet
it.
Magazine,
I remember it.
showing the Disco Lifestyle Awards. Anyway, happy birthday to Mr. Sammy Davis Jr.'s family. And didn't they dig him up? Didn't they dig up his body to get a watch?
Did they really?
I think the IRS had something to do with
Yeah, I
that.
think they had
Oh, boy.
that'd be a great job, huh?
That really
You're in the IRS exhumation department.
Kids,
Got to get the jewelry off the corpse.
pay your taxes, okay?
But if you're ever saying we got to dig him up, you're the bad guy, right? If someone's ever laid to rest and you're saying,
as sure as I'm sitting here, the IRS didn't go, we're going to dig up Sammy and get the watch. They told Altravis, or his ex-wife, or whoever, right, look, we need this money, and we know that Sammy has a watch in the box there. It's up to you. But we're going to put you in jail if we don't get some kind of payment, I'm guessing.
Well, who pays for the digging?
Well, I think that's up to the one with the debt, I would think.
Didn't last week someone wanted to dig up one of the presidents again?
Oh, like Benjamin Franklin or something?
Well, that would have been interesting, except he wasn't the president. But nevertheless.
I beg your pardon?
Tom thinks Franklin wasn't a president.
What a dummy.
I was actually reading.
He's on money, idiot.
I was reading Gordon Wood's book about the
Look it
founding fathers. You know, why would you call him a founding father?
Thank you very much.
Let's
Yes.
move on.
Gosh.
In any event, that Disco Lifestyle Award just warms my heart. And if you weren't aware of it, Mr. Davis had only the one eye, so he had the glass eye.
Well, yeah.
It's the I lost my eye.
Okay.
Lost it in a car accident.
Yeah.
Well, no, he lost it while singing at the Disco Lifestyle Award.
No, he lost his eye
he lost
originally.
the glass eye.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was born with the glasses.
Wasn't he in a
No.
unique car with a high? I just watched the Sammy documentary, believe it or not. He was in a unique car that the center of the steering wheel had this protruding. It looked like the end of a submarine.
Right.
Oh,
and it
yes,
when he had the wreck, it
oh, you mean
punched
back
it
in the day
Shut up!
when design trumped safety?
Yeah, exactly.
Little spears on the dashboard.
Chick is correct. That's exactly what happened to his eye.
That's very good. Thank you, Chick. I'm glad you took a bullet for me and watched the Sammy Davis Jr. doc. Anything else you watched?
I think that was in the Frank Sinatra documentary that was on not too long ago.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know.
I've been watching that one. Now, what else has happened? Do you have a little sports teaser for me?
We had a football game last night. Baltimore Ravens are victorious. We got college football, and we got kind of a mess going on. For those of you getting ready, setting up, it's already late. The game, Michigan and Ohio State. You're looking forward to it this Saturday at noon. Not so fast, my friends. And also, you Indiana-Purdue fans, excited about going to what they call the bucket game. Not so fast, my friends. Indiana football's shutting down their facilities, so we'll see if those games are going to go on. And other sports, including a college football letter jacket.
Aw,
It's a feel-good story.
nice.
Oh, okay.
An exclamation in that story?
Probably.
No.
I think so.
We're going to need the jacket, Altavis.
Look, we don't want to. We're not going to dig them up. But we need money right now.
Knowing the IRS, we're digging him up, but we're not reburying him. That's on you. So
Good point.
And you know when people ask you, who would you like to play in your biography? You know, and guys always go, George Clooney, of course.
Right.
And women always go,
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston,
Yeah.
right? Well, somebody asked Colonel Sanders.
Okay, save it.
Save it.
Somebody asked the Colonel.
Have you
and,
heard about this, Willie?
This is coming true.
The Colonel's under the
Unbelievable.
impression that he's very attractive.
The Colonel is
Is a-
Speaking of digging up, it's
Wow.
the spinning sound.
He's not.
7 feet down.
got a couple delusions, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
The Colonel's not lacking for confidence. I can tell you that.
Colonel saw a couple of those commercials and went, hey. Well,
One
right
of those
now-
spices might be chili powder.
Give it a lifetime.
Move right on. We've done a lot we've accomplished a lot this morning.
And done nothing.
Yeah, of course. Now, you're going to help me with this one, Josh.
All right.
Because right now it's the holiday season. As we all know, gift giving can be tough. In many cases, it's an obligation, but why not make it fun and super cool and have something everyone actually wants? Of course, I'm talking about steaks. That's right, Omaha Steaks, because the box goes right to whoever it is, and they have a nice gift. Well, isn't this great? I'd sure this is a lot nicer than getting another tie.
Is that the card you'd send? Dear whoever it is, here are some.
I've been doing my time on the computer getting these Omaha Steaks spread all over the place. The deluxe grillers assortment. It arrives in the box, ready to rock. What's going to be in that thing, Joshy?
Well, it's a cooler and keeps all your meat fresh. It's not just some.
Oh, it's a special box with a lot of foam stuff in it. I don't think we have to get to the. They're aware that it's going to arrive in a frozen thing.
And I would hope they'd be aware of the vast variety of entree sides and desserts that are going to fill that cooler up, including Omaha Steaks, butcher's cut, filet mignons, all these beauties, perfectly aged, hand-carved, famously fork tender. You're going to flip.
So fork and tender.
No, you need to go to omahasteaks.com. When you first get to the page, when you first dial in, just put BTS in the search bar for some extra savings. Discount of over 50% on this. By the way, did you mention the free digital meat thermometer?
No, I was going to, and you interrupted.
Okay, it's Fahrenheit, Celsius, or Kelvin.
I don't want to share this ad anymore.
Okay. Plus, you get
pick one.
You get 4 free burgers. Josh doesn't want to share his steaks or this.
I don't blame him.
Or this announcement. It's the perfect gift, and I'm telling you, people are going to like this a lot more than what you were thinking of getting them. Oh well, I found this old jersey of defunct NFL. Don't forget, when you order the deluxe grillers assortment, you'll also get the 4 free Omaha Steak burgers and the free digital meat thermometer. omahasteaks.com. The code is BTS in the search bar. They're going to like this. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. We're getting love letters now from people who've gotten their Omaha Steaks. I'll read one here in a few minutes. omahasteaks.com, that code BTS on top of the search bar. And coming up, Colonel Sanders in the news.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a dollar store Christmas coming up.
Diluted Colonel Sanders.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Mark Allison here with you on a Wednesday, December 9th, 2020. Hope you're having a great morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. Our resident geek, Jessica Alsman, will be zooming in, co-host of Bits and Pieces podcast with Willie G. Also, comedian relationship expert Allie Breen zooming her way in, we assume from New York City, but you never know with Allie. She could be in Atlanta, upstate New York, California. You just never know with Allie. She is a traveler, even during the pandemic, and a mystery guest coming up this morning around 9:20. You'll want to stay tuned for that. How often have you heard me say we'll have a mystery guest today? Huh? I know. It's like Scooby-Doo. Zoinks! You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The 40th anniversary of John Lennon's death was marked yesterday by Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, each posting photos of themselves with Lennon. Fans also gathered outside the New York City apartment building where Lennon was shot and killed December 8th, 1980. And musicians played in the Strawberry Field section of Central Park. George Clooney has been honored by co-stars and colleagues at the annual film benefit for the Museum of Modern Art, which, of course, was held virtually this year. Oscar-winning filmmaker Steven Soderbergh is going behind the scenes for the next Academy Awards. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences has announced that Soderbergh, Aaron Brockovich producer Stacey Scher, and award show veteran Jesse Collins have come on board to produce the 93rd Oscars telecast. And Billy Porter will join Ryan Seacrest and Lucy Hale on ABC in Times Square December 31st for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest 2020. It's going to look a lot different this year. The broadcast closed to the public, of course, due to the pandemic. Happy New Year. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
How much money for you to bathe me? Not in a sexual way, but just to get me clean. But you do have to scrub everything.
Name a number, Christy.
No,
I mean, what
I'm
would the
not
cost
going to
be?
do that.
Go low.
$5,000.
Go low, because I'm paying.
No, Tom's going to pay.
You can wear a mask,
Right.
gloves.
Oh, my God.
But you have to wash my whole body. But again, nothing sexual.
Nothing sexual.
It's very nurse-like. But I am in a
Do
tub.
I have to wear a nurse suit?
Oh, no, now we're up to 500.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Friday, 8 p.m.
Hi, excuse me. I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee. Might I borrow some?
Sure. Here you go.
A few minutes later.
Excuse me. Could I trouble you again for some more coffee?
I just gave you some 10 minutes ago.
I know, but my guests are really big coffee drinkers.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
What?
Do you live here alone?
Yeah, why?
Shortly thereafter.
You again?
I need more coffee.
It's impossible.
Okay, but it is possible that you want me.
No. Good night.
2 minutes after that.
Go away.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. The coffee is so good, he'll come back again and again and again.
Coffee. More coffee.
Go away.
Some coffee.
I'm going to call the police.
You want it so bad.
I'm calling 911.
You want it so bad.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. Share some with a neighbor. Stalker's Choice. It's what obsessive-compulsive relationships are made of.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth.
620 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy has the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Beautiful day today. Some sunshine, 52. Clear tonight down to 30. Sunny and 55 tomorrow. Right now, 35 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy.
Sure.
A couple quick things. Our TV show is on tonight. It's called Bob and Tom Tonight. You'll find it on MyIndyTV 23 at 11:30 this evening. Also, got to keep reminding you, there's some great lights. You know where you can see them. The Indiana State Fairgrounds. Very cool. Fun thing. Hop in the car. Wait till it's dark, of course.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. How's everybody?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
How about you?
He's got the red Dinty Moore beef stew suit on today. It's Josh Arnold at the wonderful IHateStevensinger.com sidekick desk and chair right there next to me. Christy Lee is through the glass at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Hi, everybody.
She's got her own room in there.
I like it.
Ace Cosby is our engineer, of course. Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Ace is ensconced in the OmahaSteaks.com joke of the day zone. It's got its own atmosphere over there.
And I wanted to use Josh's word of the day from his podcast to describe how I'm feeling, but I can't remember what it was. But
Oh! That's so nice of you to listen, though. Yeah.
What was the
Well,
word?
you can't say it if it's the new one this week.
Is it from this week's episode of that Josh Arnold podcast?
Fresh, out of the oven yesterday.
Yes.
Nice.
That's right. And every Tuesday.
That's Willie G. This is Tom speaking. If I forgot anybody. Oh, there's Chick McGee across the way at the sports desk. What was the word of the day for the previous week, or the word of the week, sorry?
Last week's was finial dobra, a Christmas tree topper.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a finial dobra on your tree?
No.
Okay.
The tree looks great. Lots of stuff. There's nothing on the very, very tippy top.
I'm sorry. There's not a what on the tippy top?
Filial dobra.
A finial dobra.
Finial dobra.
Okay,
Wow. Doesn't even
You don't have a star or an angel or anything on the top of your tree?
Nope.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know. I just.
So there's some who say a tree is not a tree without
Topper?
some sort of finial.
a star or something.
Okay. Is that a word
Angel?
you use often?
Every Christmas.
Okay. Now, let me ask you: is your tree up?
Oh yes, yeah. Now I don't have. I technically don't have a finial dobra. I have a traditional star. So the finial dobra.
Why
is
wouldn't
more of
that be a
an
finial
ornate-
dobra, whatever that is?
Finial dobras tend to be more pointy, ornate, sort of leafy things. But I still call the star my finial dobra because of the joy and the pretension I get out of.
Wow, that is a word you'll never have occasion to use. Yes,
Do you have all white lights?
Yes, of course. Of course.
I have both. I can with a touch of my Christmas tree remote, I can switch from multicolored to
I can do that too.
white.
I frankly, Ace, I'm a traditionalist. So I have candles.
Yeah.
Very
Great.
It's real tricky around the fourth week of that tree. That baby will go
I bet
up.
you're glad your floors are level.
Yeah. No, I have. I just like the nice crisp white lights. And then my yard, I also have those.
I'm anti-tinsel. Is that all right?
What do you mean?
Yes, I am as well.
For my Christmas tree, at least, I like the way it looks on other trees. I just don't.
How do you feel about this abomination? Something called angel hair.
Oh, the icicles?
No, it's this white, stringy, substantial, almost looks like fiberglass insulation.
Oh,
right?
like a cottony
but
thing?
it's cottony.
Now, is that
white.
different than flocking?
Yes, very different than
What do you do with the angel hair?
You put it all over the tree, like tinsel and icicles.
Have you seen
that.
the flocking?
Yeah.
Josh, you don't.
If I do, I don't know what the word.
It looks like they've sprayed the tree with latex snow.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what it was called. How cool.
Yeah.
Nicely flocked.
You got to be careful with that word.
Yes.
You got to really hit the and the l sounds when you get to that.
Otherwise, you just got a curse word.
Unlike whatever it was, filial muffin, whatever the hell that stupid word.
A finial dobra. You'll use it. I invite you to use it.
I refuse to use it.
But I invite you to.
It's a stupid word.
Oh,
You've
boy.
been invited, good sir.
Well, doesn't want to break vocabulary bread with me.
Well, in this case, I'll pass. Okay. My brain is very limited, as you know, and I don't have a lot of room in there for much of anything. And that word just not going to stick it in there.
Isn't that? Isn't it?
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Isn't that a finial? The thing you screw on the end of a curtain rod?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Or the top of a light, like
right,
the
or the
lamps.
top of a bedpost.
Yeah.
Okay, I've lost interest in living. Could we move on to? I promise we play this. Is one of my favorite Christmas songs. This is by a band. Speaking of,
But it's sports time.
Well, it's like it's not on the internet, okay? We've got.
How is that not hurtful?
We have.
He's out for blood today.
He really is.
Remember yesterday?
I had a really long day yesterday. Okay?
Oh, did you?
No
Sorry.
kidding. Wow. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Again?
A long day. Tell me. A long day.
Again.
Wow. How many days is that in a row? Every one in your life?
If I had been driving for Uber, I would have been in my car less than I was yesterday.
I heard him utter the words "Notary Republic." I'm going to leave him alone.
It's Notary Republic, not Notary Republic.
If we
the Notary Republic, of course, is a small island.
in Korea, I think.
Yeah, off the North Korean coast. I'm sorry. Yes, there was that too. Let's see, what was I talking about? This is the word flocking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very tricky, as is the word. God, I'm moistening my lips. Fuglies.
Yes.
This is a band called the Fuglies, and they came into the studio, and this was a song that had just been written the day before.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Have you ever said this in your mind? Boy, I think I might be making this worse. Have you ever said that?
I get told that virtually every evening.
Is that right?
Huh. Yes. Yeah.
Notice how he said "get told" and not "I hear that."
I get told that. Yeah.
Oh, I don't hear it.
I don't
It's just
hear
thrown at me in various
There are
directions.
lips are moving and
Careful. These are
limbs
on.
are flailing.
yes. Okay. This is a song called "Dollar Store Christmas."
Next year is gonna be good to go. Next year, I'm gonna get my ducks all in a row. This year I'm a little late. There's nothing left here on my plate, and I can see it coming. It's a dollar store Christmas. Here it comes again, another dollar store Christmas. Here it comes again, like a long lost friend with a baseball bat behind his back and a fanny pack full of bitter pills and other people's best wishes. It's a dollar store Christmas. Oh yeah, yeah, dollar store Christmas. It's never 99. Dollar store Christmas. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Brandon just wrote yesterday.
Just wrote yesterday. God, I love that. The band, the Fuglies, and the live version of that. Speaking of things that are live, there are a handful of great live albums in the rock and roll world, and I mean a handful, not a lot. Peter Frampton's on 2 of them. Of course, I'm talking about Frampton Comes Alive, one of the most famous records of all time.
Right.
And Humble Pie, Rockin' the Fillmore. With the incredible version of I Don't Need No Doctor. Mr. Frampton is going to be our guest coming up next week. And I had a chance to talk to him yesterday.
Cool.
And he's doing really well.
I thought we were doing that Friday.
Well,
go ahead. Never mind.
No, this was a personal one-on-one call. With
Oh.
Yeah, no, we're gonna talk to him. It'll be next week.
Gotcha.
But
hey, Willie. Christy thirsty.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Christy, are you getting your hair cut the night before?
She thirsty. She needs a drink.
I was going to ask everyone listening out there if you're a fan of Peter Frampton. He's got a great book out about his
murder
his
mystery.
Life. No, it's about his life. It's really exciting. He's such a cool guy.
I thought he might be the new Agatha Christie. I didn't know.
Oh, it's a fair guess. My dog could have come up with something that stupid, but I'll go with that.
And then there were none who feel like we do, is the name of it.
Yeah, that's right.
How great would it be?
Show me the way to the murder scene.
Yes.
That's right, yeah.
If we called Peter Frampton and he goes, yeah, I'm actually writing novelizations to episodes of the TV show Criminal Minds. Like that's what he's been this time.
Fan fiction?
Yes.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
That's weird. You like Criminal Minds? Oh, my gosh, I love it.
I got Paget Brewster and Mandy Patinkin in the same season. No one could do that besides me.
Okay, where was I going with this?
We're going to sports.
Yeah, we're gonna talk with Mr. Frampton coming up next week. I would highly recommend his book. Do you feel like?
This is big news, Tom. This is big. I think this is the biggest news in sports this weekend.
What you got?
Michigan has canceled Saturday's annual football game with Ohio State.
Oh, it's canceled? For sure?
Yes.
That is big news.
Citing a rising number of COVID cases.
Is that usually a big game?
Michigan, Ohio State?
Yeah. Hang on a second. Ace, is there a way to sever the microphone?
Ace, the girl is talking.
Arguably the 2 best teams in the Big Ten.
Christy knows damn well what she's doing.
I sat in this room a long time.
Side note, that is a great shirt you have on today.
Oh, thank you.
You think?
Boy, what's the Hamburglar wearing?
Yeah. Can you do this for me?
Thank you, Josh.
Isn't that?
I love it when you set up a T-ball and Josh hits it out of the park.
Isn't that the noise the person makes in that shirt? On the McDonald's.
I thought
rubble.
Most people that wear those shirts don't make any noises because they're miming usually. They're trying not to make noises.
Willie.
I'm trapped in a box.
Let's carry him out.
We're getting chicken wings today, fellas.
If you'd like to see what that shirt looks like, how could you do that, Josh?
You could be watching us on
Bob and Tom
what
Live.
the hell is it, YouTube?
BobandTomLive.com. No.
I thought I was unaware of my own surroundings.
Anyway, Michigan.
The show is featured in many places. Just
Michigan has canceled Saturday's annual football showdown with Ohio State. Rising number of the virus in the Wolverines program. Head coach Jim Harbaugh. Michigan's interim head coach Jim Harbaugh said his players very disappointed to not face third-ranked Buckeyes in what is simply called the game in sports circles. And, oh, by the way, Michigan has only beaten Ohio State in the 2000s 3 times.
Wow.
In 2000, in 2013, and the last time, in 2003, and the last time Michigan beat Ohio State was coming up 9 years ago, 2011. Ohio State has won.
Josh, I think you may be aware of that. I don't know if you are, Willie. Many years ago, when Woody Hayes was the very famous coach of the Ohio State University Buckeyes, I came up with a T-shirt that said "Woody is a pecker," right, and it had a very primitive drawing of Woody Woodpecker-ish character as Woody Hayes, and I would go to various Big Ten cities and sell them.
Mostly Ann Arbor.
Very entrepreneurial of you.
Oh, yeah. I went to a whole bunch of them.
And you gave me some of the shirts that were just misprints that you kept around. So I had a shirt that said Woody Pecker that I wore as my swim shirt and got in trouble.
I hand silk screened thousands of these things in my parents' basement, but they were great. I told this story several years ago, and a guy sent me one. He actually, they are absolute collector's items.
Did he want his money back?
No, he just said, "Hey, man, I got one of these."
And Willie, the sentence I wore a Woody Pecker T-shirt as my swim shirt and got in trouble. There's not a word in that sentence that isn't funny.
It's such a fat guy kid. A fat kid sentence.
Because if you've ever done any silk screening, the way it would, this was a very primitive at that time. It was like, imagine sort of 3 hinged doors, and you
exactly.
You put the shirt in a sleeve, put it in this thing, you put the one down, squeegee it, and then you lift it up and then do the next one. Well, sometimes they'd get out of kind of one would get out of kilter,
Sure.
and the shirt would be, or something would go wrong.
Right.
So the weird thing is they all had to be baked. So I would put 24 T-shirts in my mother's oven. But you had to be very careful. You didn't do it the wrong way. You'd have burned sleeves.
It's so, you kind of have this weird punk rock past.
Right.
Like, this is very punk rock.
He did. He just hides it now.
I'll tell you what, and I never found this guy. I went to Ann Arbor, and if you've ever been in that stadium, at the time, I think it was 103,000. I think they've added seats, but
wow.
So I had this box of T-shirts, and I sold a bunch of them before the game, and then you couldn't do this these days. I went into the stadium, and I was sitting there watching the game, and I had this box of T-shirts, and there was this guy next to me, this super fan, and he kept screaming out the word nasty. Nasty! And then he saw one of the shirts, and he bought it right in the spot, was holding it up and screaming. And the guy was some famous local DJ, I found out.
Oh, no kidding.
But I to this day, I don't know who he was.
Why was he yelling nasty?
Who knows?
Nasty in the morning.
I mean, he was screaming. It could be.
Ann Arbor's hits.
It was probably like Chick McGee's got his phrase.
How about you?
This guy was just nasty.
See what he did?
Yeah, he blew you totally off.
His phrase, like I wasn't going to say it.
I know.
By
At
the
least
way,
you didn't point at me. I appreciate that.
Well, I've got to get my director's thing here coming up. Here we go.
I got this as a joke.
Well, it quickly has become not a joke.
Hated a monster.
And irritating.
By the way, coming up in about a month, I have the greatest surprise ever for you guys.
Oh, boy.
I truly doubt it.
Yeah.
Josh, when it happens, you will go, you were correct.
So anyway,
I'm sure I
In
will.
about a month.
You will go, I know exactly the day you said you had the greatest surprise ever. This obviously is it.
So it's going to be in 2021. We have that.
Michigan, Ohio State canceled this weekend in the Indiana-Purdue game, what they call the bucket game. Indiana has canceled all team activities effective last night, so we don't know if that game's going to be played.
They haven't kicked the bucket yet.
And also Tulsa and Cincinnati.
Irresistible.
I could hear your eyes roll, Jake.
Could we
Has been canceled.
Could we start a feature called "Obvious Pun-like Headline Writing"?
I think
that's done every day on this show.
I think it's pretty obvious.
You can see the headline coming.
Bucket kicked, or they kicked the bucket to 2021. That
We've
kind
been
of thing.
sitting in here for a little over a half hour. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired of you right now. I just don't want to hear your mouth.
Who do you want to play in the Chick McGee story?
Me? Well, of course, Clooney. It begins and ends with Clooney. Absolutely. You know, because I get all his mail now. I looked like him.
Yeah, that's what Rosie O'Donnell said, by the way.
You might, Tosh told me
she
that.
wanted. She
Did
wants
you know
Clooney
this
to
story,
play her.
Willie?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Daniel Tosh told you.
Daniel Tosh said Chick kind of looks like George Clooney if Chick had been stung by every bee in the world. What do you think of that?
Pre-Benadryl Clooney.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Ace has something.
Yes.
I was flipping through and I watched part of The Price is Right yesterday.
Yeah?
Yes. And Drew Carey, he looks almost like you now. He's got a beard, white beard.
Oh, no kidding.
Really? Drew Carey?
Yeah. Also from Ohio, right?
Yeah, it's Cleveland.
Rocks.
What about Russell Crowe? Do you think so? Maybe?
I kind of do think
My
so.
daughter says Russell.
Yeah?
Crowe. My daughter definitely says Russell.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Especially Russell put on some pounds.
And Chick McGee's like a fine wine.
We'll come, and we're going to come back with, you say we have a, a Colonel Sanders update of some sort?
I have that.
Christy has it. I saw it earlier. I couldn't believe it. I knew we'd have it, but it's unbelievable.
It's outstanding.
Okay, well, good. Well, now.
And the Ravens won last night, 34-17.
Who'd
More
they
sports
beat?
coming up. Cowboys.
Ah.
That's why I didn't mention it.
I'm surprised you're not carrying a banner around.
That's a shame, Dallas 3-9. That's gotta hurt.
That's gonna hurt.
How about them Cowboys?
Goes Jerry Jones, wakes up in the middle of the night and does sweat. My team stinks. We're looking for great gifts. Okay, fellas, I want you to just pay close attention here because
you have it.
You will write me a letter a few days after Christmas. Dear Tom, thank you. I'm talking about Pajamagram. And before I get to this thing here, I want to mention that a couple years ago, Willie, you were part of this. I got everybody in my family Santa Claus pajamas.
Oh, yeah, big hit.
Hilarious. I'd highly recommend that. But that's not what they want me to talk about. They want me to say, hey, 220's been a little rough. 2020, I should say. Or plugging yourself into a 220 would also be.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
That's a little rough.
That's going to hurt.
Yeah. And now we'd like to.
I told you that story.
We'd like to sonically pretend
hit
it's
220.
It's 2020.
And he said, all I heard was, and I was across the room. That's all I heard.
Yeah. It's been that kind of year.
Yeah.
But we could have a lot of fun. And especially with these, they're the naturally nude pajamas from Pajamagram. And I'll read the description here. It says, sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin. Well, you should be reading this, Josh. She'll love slipping into these every night because texture and touch, the naturally nude. I'm pretending I'm Josh.
All right.
Naturally nude pajamas are so soft and luxurious they'll melt away her. You get what they're talking about here.
I hear you talk like that, and I want to get dressed. What's that all about?
You want to get dressed in some nice pajamas from Pajamagram. Fellas, listen to me on this. There's a huge benefit for you. I'm not even going to spell it out for you. It's obvious. These are the naturally nude pajamas for her. By the way, free gift packaging, making it even easier. And this is one of those things, the old open me first. On Christmas Eve, hey, we'll open the rest of the stuff tomorrow, but I've got these for you, baby.
Yes.
Ta-da!
I've got these for you, baby.
Dear Tom, I want to thank you for recommending the Pajamagram naturally nude pajamas you're going to write me. By the way, did I mention the free gift packaging? Of course I did. Pajamagram.com. Do it right now so you get them on time, all right? Because Christmas delivery, pre-Christmas delivery, by the way, guaranteed if you do it today. Pajamagram.com. Tell them your friends at the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, a weird thing about Kentucky Fried Chicken and William Shakespeare in the news. Really, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
Hey, did you guys hear the Bob and Tom Show is moving?
Well, it's about time.
Well, no, we're not going away. We're just moving to a different place starting Monday, January 4th.
That's right. You can still watch the show from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time, but instead of YouTube, you're going to go to bobandtom.com/live.
That's right. Catch a replay of the show as it loops throughout the day until the next morning show.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So the only thing I need to remember is I can still watch the show live each morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. But instead of YouTube, I go to bobandtom.com/live.
Exactly.
Check.
Yay.
We're moving in together.
Yay!
No, we're not.
I call the top bunk.
I call first shower.
I call the kitchen. Oh.
Okay. Christy, you're sleeping in the toilet.
Great. What's new?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Rolling through hump day. It's Wednesday, December 9th. I'm Mark Allison. So we have a mystery guest coming up this morning at 9:20. You're probably hoping for a few clues, a few hints, perhaps who this mystery guest might be. If I were to give you any hints or tell you anything, it would give away the mystery, and therefore it would not be a mystery guest. Now, would it? You'll find out this morning if you can stay tuned. 9:20 is when the mystery guest should arrive. Well, not arrive, but be zooming in. I think I've said too much. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. It's a mystery guest.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Lamar Jackson, 94 yards and a touchdown on the ground. And the Ravens emerged from a COVID-19 outbreak to beat the Cowboys 34-17 last night. Returning from a one-game absence after testing positive for the virus, Jackson carried 13 times and threw for 2 scores. He was one of 23 Ravens to spend time on the virus list, while 4 different strains of COVID swept through the Ravens organization. College football, Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and Ohio State hold the top 4 spots in the college football playoff rankings for the 3rd straight week. And the Michigan Wolverines have canceled Saturday's annual football showdown with Ohio State, citing a rising number of COVID cases within the Wolverine program. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh said his players were very disappointed to not be facing the number 3 Buckeyes, who would be heavily favored. The season-ending grudge match, known simply as the game, will not be played for the first time in 102 years. And the PGA Tour plans to start the new year with spectators. There just won't be very many, and the views will be limited. The Century Tournament of Champions is offering 2 ticket options for Kapalua tournament organizers. Don't expect more than about 200 or 300 fans, and they will have views of the 18th hole, but won't be allowed to walk the rest of the plantation course. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, if you want to see a real nag of a thoroughbred, be sure to watch Shark Tank and keep your eye out for that Barbara. She normally sits on the end, never bids on anything.
Yeah.
Unless it has a free salt lick that comes with it.
Oh.
You'd think being a billionaire, she'd get some work done to put herself out the pasture, but
Guys are
on
terrible.
top of that, she's got about the personality of a stubborn mule. Makes Judge Judy look like a peach when you think about it.
Yeah, I guess, sure.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Now, have you ever done a cop convention or anything?
I just did one last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, you know, and they're fun because they understand stuff that I'm talking about, you know. I always say
Unlike the normal audience.
Yeah, the biggest misconception people have about police is that we really care. Because don't. If you see a wreck and you can make a U-turn, you're going to do it.
Sometimes you just get stuck.
Oh, you know, you just don't want to hear it. It's always the same thing.
Don't want to hear it.
That's true. Every time you make a traffic stop, I ain't out catching real criminals. Well, I'll tell you the truth, lady, I'm not that good at this job. I'm trying to figure out a way to get disability without actually hurting myself. See, I was a smart aleck.
Didn't take it all that serious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, heck no. People would make U-turns on the expressway. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, you know, because it says authorized vehicles only. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, I authorize you. I don't care. You can't be subpoenaed if your name's not on anything. That's the way I always felt about it.
7 at Q95 on the nose. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, hi. Christy Lee's got a nose, and she's got the weather.
I do, from the CarX man, calling for some sunshine today.
Hold your nose and do it.
Calling from the CarX machine. No.
Calling all cars.
Calling all cars. No, it's going to be sunny at 52. 35 right now.
Where are you?
Well, that's tomorrow. Actually, 55, but okay.
Oh, boy.
Thank you very
Got the
much,
pool
Christy. As I mentioned earlier, at night it gets dark, hence the high quality of the lights
Yeah.
at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. The Christmas lights, go check them out.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Got a new word for Josh coming up from one of our listeners
word for Josh.
in a matter of moments. See, that's Josh Arnold sitting over there. I can see him.
Hi.
Because he is in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
Looking cute today. Thank you. Thank you.
Steven has some pretty cool stuff for the holiday season available. Check out IHateStevenSinger.com. Let's see now. There's Chick, there's Ace, I'm Tom, that's Willie. In the stripes, as Willie pointed out earlier, Christy, it's... she's about to do some mime work.
Okay, here we go.
I'm stuck in a box. That box is the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. She's all by herself.
She is. Have you seen Christy's box? It is.
Whoa.
That's not what I'm...
I've seen her wrestle, but I've never seen her box. What's going on?
There you go. That almost worked. During the break, I walk in here. I went down to the other building.
Your coffee room.
To get some coffee. So I
Yes,
set foot in the green room because
of course
the various clowns that work here never wash. I've been in there.
Or are we upset about that?
Yeah, it's a shame.
I come back in and Josh is going, well, there are no bananas. And
Christ.
You want to explain what you're whining about?
Well, I've made a pretty good cup of oatmeal here because we don't have bowls. You know, we don't have bowls either.
Are you sure?
I didn't really look, but
there are literally 2,000 of them in the other building. I'll be happy to bring you one. They're styrofoam.
Well, anyway, I was very happy with the oatmeal I made. I took a packet of regular and a packet of brown sugar and maple.
Does this have a story that ends?
I thought maybe this would have a little less sugar content, and boy, it still tastes good, doesn't it? And I'm enjoying it.
And the point is, how does the banana apply?
Well, I said, sure wish I had a banana I could slice up into this.
No, are you?
There's literally thousands of dollars of food in there and a million different choices. And who would have thought this guy would turn into a diva and want a banana?
Why don't you go to the grocery store and get some?
Because I have to do it myself and use my own money. I much prefer
using your
free
money.
Banana that's just here.
Bananas are
that just appeared.
Having bananas is a miracle of technology and great farming.
If we have bananas at all,
The fact that when bananas arrive, they're almost ready to eat is incredible. If you read about banana production,
sure,
and of course, there's the whole Cavendish banana scourge, whatever it is that's going to happen.
They're riddled with tarantulas. Do you know
Would you like me to
go get a banana right now?
Give you a $5 and you can go buy a bunch of bananas for yourself?
And also, we need someone to. We need a water caddy to put the water jug in the fountain or whatever you call it.
You've really settled in here, Josh, haven't you?
He has gone from grateful to have anything.
Yeah, the guy breaks 40 listeners in his podcast, and all of a sudden now he wants someone to put him in one of those electric chairs to get up the ramp to get in here.
Yeah, when does that get installed? By the way, give me a $5 for bananas and see how quickly I go get a McRib.
This comes to us from Paul. He's got a request. Paul, I'm going to try to dig this up for you. But before I do, he said, this will make your head explode, Tom.
Oh, good. Let me hear it.
I'm always complaining about the use of the word normalcy.
Yes.
Because it's not a word. The word is normality. You don't go, oh, that's really
else
a case of abnormalcy. No. This guy, Paul writes, I actually heard someone use the word normalicity.
Oh, I love it.
It's got
amazing.
Normalicity. Okay. Now, you were mentioning tarantulas.
Oh, bananas are often just riddled with
really?
Often, rarely.
No, always. They have to shake them off and stuff.
Okay.
Not in the grocery store.
Tarantulas are crazy.
Did they tell you that this was coming?
No.
You're kidding me.
I swear I had no idea.
Look at the heading on this, tarantula.
Well, it's the psychic show. Go.
This just came to us. My Aunt Naomi lived in Livermore, California.
Yeah.
They have tarantulas there. One day she was in the garden on her knees and she uncovered an aggressive tarantula. It moved toward her a few times and she quickly crawled away backwards on her knees. The tarantula continued to lunge at her hands and knees, trying to bite her with its fangs sticking out.
Yikes.
She got up and started running and looked behind her to see the tarantula running after her on the garden path.
No way.
She screamed out, opened the screen door, ran inside, shut the screen door. When she stopped and looked back, the tarantula was clinging to the screen door head high.
This is a nightmare.
This is crazy.
This is arachnophobia too.
This is from Mark. He wrote this because we had the story yesterday about the woman in Australia who was out on a jog.
Yeah,
and a kangaroo attacked her.
It was
kept
chasing her down.
And followed her all the way to the shelter where she
Yeah.
And it turned out that the park ranger said, yeah, they are attracted to perfume.
Wow.
And she was what perfume was she wearing?
She was wearing Sarah Jessica Parker's perfume.
Sarah Jessica Parker perfume. So who knew?
Right.
That has kangaroo urine in it, apparently.
What do you think happened with this tarantula?
I don't know.
Who knows? Don't they say that moose are the same?
They'll hunt you, yeah.
Moose are vindictive.
Moose will come after you.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, not all tarantulas will bite. I've had a tarantula crawling on my
Sure. Yeah, something must have happened
cool.
here.
Yeah, I don't.
She may have killed its nest.
You need to get a tarantula, Christy.
I could do that. I wouldn't mind having.
I
a
had one
tarantula.
for a couple
Did
of years.
you have one?
Yeah.
I had a case of crabs. It was pretty rough.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's
They chased you all the way from a bar, didn't they?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Red scarf matches your arm.
Why?
You closed your
cover before striking. Father had the shit fitter blues.
Why are we playing this?
Loving you has made me banana. That's right.
And it's by the way, I got to get the lip ship with a hard P. Ship.
Yes.
Fitter.
You know, I can
Right.
say words if I tell myself I won't curse. You know that? Isn't that amazing? Ship fitter. See, did it again. Don't have to wet my lips.
No, you have to
and
call attention to it.
pause
That's what you're
and-
doing.
Now do it 10 times real fast.
Ship fitter.
Excuse me.
Ship fitter. Ship fitter.
Pardon me.
Ship fitter. Dear Bob and Tom.
I didn't think he would do it.
Dear Bob and Tom, specifically Chick, the Flasher Parking King.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I get old parking ticket envelopes and put them on my windshield when I park illegally.
That's brilliant.
This has not failed me yet.
Oh,
Wow, that is a good idea.
Dear Chick, I was sitting on my balcony last night and looked across the street at the local grocery store and saw a car with blinkers parked right by the entrance.
Flasher parking.
Flasher. I thought to myself, that jackass chick is shopping in my store. It could have been me.
And Chick, people wrote in, they said you leave the hood of your car up, you put a parking ticket, there's little tricks. And I realized I kind of have a trick with this. Sometimes I'll pick up my little sister Finley. I can park wherever I want. No one's going to steal your car if there's a kid in there.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah, you just leave her in there.
You
Yeah.
can't do nothing.
Yeah.
I beg to differ. There's several very unfortunate occasions.
Could you imagine how it's a terrible thing that could happen, but how funny my dad would be stressed. Yeah, Willie was getting coffee at Starbucks. Now Finn's gone. We got to go find her.
Yeah. Yeah.
best-
Oh, no, he had a great space.
Great space. Oh my gosh, killer spot.
I'll just do a very quick version of this story about my friend who he was carjacked. Did I ever tell you this story? He carjacked in a terrible rainstorm. And he got out of his car. It was a station wagon. Remember station wagon?
Yes.
Got out of his car, gun to his head. The guy drove off. He was returning from the vet with his dead Great Dane in the back.
Oh.
So someone was in for a surprise.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have left the Great Dane at the vet?
His soon-to-be ex-wife wanted to bury it in his backyard.
A Great Dane?
Yes, she was impressed.
You ever seen a Great Dane in the wild? I used to live in a neighborhood, and I turned the corner, and I said, "Oh, that person has dinosaurs."
Yes.
These things are stupid
I saw
big.
two beautiful Great Danes.
And they're so lovable.
They're wonderful
They
dogs,
are, yeah.
but man.
And what came first, Marmaduke or Scooby-Doo?
What was the name of the dog in Scooby-Doo?
Good question. When we come back, we'll find out the answer to all these. And we have this big KFC story I'm supposed
Yes,
to be
yes, I have it right here.
Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Hi, this is Rodney Carrington, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hope you're having a great Wednesday morning. My name's Mark Allison. It is Wednesday, December 9th, by the way, if you're keeping track at home. Our resident geek, Jessica Alsman, will be zooming in. She's the co-host of Bits and Pieces podcast with Willie G and others. Comedian relationship expert Allie Breen will be zooming her way in. You can catch up with her at alliebreen.com, ALLIBREEN. And a mystery guest coming up this morning around 9:20 Eastern Time. So make sure you're tuned in for that. There you have it, our list of guests on a Wednesday, and we'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The Trump administration has dived back into Capitol Hill's confusing COVID-19 negotiations, offering a $916 billion package to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi that adds a $600 direct payment to most Americans, actually $600 for individuals, $1,200 for couples, which is half the payment that was delivered by the March pandemic relief bill. U.S. regulators have released their first scientific evaluation of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine and confirmed it offers strong protection. That sets the stage for the government to greenlight the biggest vaccination effort in the nation's history. A panel of Food and Drug Administration advisors will meet tomorrow to decide whether to allow emergency use to vaccinate millions of Americans with the Pfizer formula. A final FDA decision and the first shots could follow within just days. And 50 people won the Massachusetts lottery game Mass Cash on Sunday, a record according to the state lottery agency. For $1, players of the game choose 5 numbers between 1 and 35 and mark the choice on a slip. 50 people chose the winning combination of numbers. Usually, the jackpot for the game is $100,000. But when total prizes exceed a certain percentage of sales follow that, they use a formula to determine the prize amount. So what did your dollar get you? Well, if you matched, you'll take home more than $48,000. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
The Bob and Tom Show now presents the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Hello again, everybody. This is ex-attorney Jack Thomas. You know, I get a lot of mail here at the ex-law office, and today, let's open a letter. Well, this comes from young Davey Radonovich of Kokomo, Indiana. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davey, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davey, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Joined in the studio by comedian Darren Carter.
Man, I'm telling you, styles have changed. You know, gangster rap is popular, and say I can't even fake it. You know, how come I gonna fake like I'm gonna
702 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy, number between 1 and 10.
7.
Okay, I'm going to hang on to that while you do a quick weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy, which means some sunshine today. High 52. Clear tonight, down to 30, and then sunny and 55 tomorrow. Going to be a beautiful couple of days.
In front of my face, I have this piece of paper.
It's 35 now.
Backwards, it says, "Get and need you what exactly out, Dr.
Does nothing.
I'm just proving the point that I can read without glasses now. Thank you, Dr. Lanter. Both Ace and I have multifocal lenses inside our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. No contacts to fiddle with. I can get, that's right, off-the-rack shades. Oh, yes.
I'm jealous.
And thank you, Dr. Lanter. Lanter, like lantern, which would light the room. Maybe I'll let you to change his name to Dr. Lantern.
Go
maybe
for it.
Change the whole thing about lantern. Lantern here would be, you light up my life with a lantern.
Okay.
Perhaps not. I'm not getting a lot of feedback on that. Mr. McGee had the LASIK from Dr. Lanter.
Yep, distance vision.
Would that be a great Christmas present?
Mm-hmm.
You get like a piece of paper and you have it all foggy and hard to read and go, you know, if you go to Dr. Lanter with this gift certificate, you're going to be in great shape. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Once again, thanks very much for joining us. The lady in the stripes, of course, is Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Christy.
Hi.
Coming up, blonde number 2. Later in the show, Allie Breen will be answering your questions about life in the streets as you prowl for romantic.
Nobody's prowling on the streets right now.
Oh, I would imagine.
There might be some brave souls out there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
Caution to the wind.
Yes. Where was I? Oh, there's Josh.
Hi.
Chick, Ace, I'm Tom, that's Willie. Everybody's here. And we are going to be hearing something more about sports. But what do you have you wanted to review?
We had an NFL game last night. Ravens beat the Cowboys 34-17. We can't say that enough. College football. Michigan, Ohio State officially canceled for this weekend, and that brings up some problems with the Big Ten game. There's a rule that you have to win 6 games. Ohio State's 5-0, so they're going to review that to see if Ohio State's still eligible for the Big Ten championship game. They're 4th in the nation in the latest college football playoff poll, so you would think they would come up with some sort of bylaw to let them in the championship game, but we'll see. Indiana football has canceled all football activities at the facility, and the players are home because they have virus concerns.
Maybe they're all practicing at home.
Consequently, the bucket game is in doubt. Tulsa and Cincinnati has been canceled, and there are many more college football games this weekend that are canceled because of the virus. Remember when it was a big deal when a game was canceled? And now it's commonplace, and all the games.
And not a game, but the game.
The game has been canceled.
Wow.
The Ohio State-Michigan game has been canceled. College football playoffs, Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State. They are 1, 2, 3, 4 in the latest college football playoff rankings for the 3rd straight week. And the PGA Tour has announced that they plan to start the new year with spectators. Kind of. There won't be very many, and the views will be limited. The Century Tournament of Champions in the foreign country of Hawaii, tournament organizers don't expect more than about 200 or 300 fans, and they'll have views of the 18th, but won't be allowed to walk the rest of the plantation course. And that brings us to Stupid World Record.
Is this a good one today?
A martial artist in Pakistan has set the Guinness World Record for the most clay targets punched in 1 minute.
What? Clay targets?
You know, like pull.
Oh, like skeet?
Yeah. Skeet, skeet.
Willie, skeet, comes skeet. Full circle.
From the window to the wall. Muhammad.
What is this song you're singing?
Oh, it's good stuff.
It's a really good song, yeah.
Get low. Get low.
Can we play it?
From the crunk genre of hip-hop.
You can play the opening minutes of it, probably.
Play it carefully if you play anything at all.
Is the crunk genre still a thing?
It's my favorite branch of hip-hop.
So it's now like classic crunk?
Crunk it's sort of like a party song.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little behind. I'm just getting into New Jack City.
That is a little behind, yeah.
You are a touch behind, yeah.
Remember when that was the next big thing for 3 minutes?
I don't even remember that.
It's a pretty good movie.
One of the lyrics is, from the window to the wall till the sweat runs down my balls.
It's
New Jack City?
No, that's
Lil
Jon.
No, that's Lil Jon. Get low.
And this song came out when I was around 13, so you guys can't imagine all the bat mitzvahs I was singing this.
Yeah,
it was. Oh yeah. I mean, so inappropriate. It was the best.
That's right. And they say in the song, skeet, skeet. That means,
at the time was slang for.
Now, is this the PG version of? Okay, I've got it here. Let me see.
Well, now let it go and don't complain about it. Because we know you're not going to like it. We know you're
going to complain about it.
Like classic rock better. Go ahead.
Already on board immediately.
It's incredible. The whistle.
They're whistling.
Oh yeah.
Turn it up. Here we go.
So it's a Christmas thing. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum.
Yeah, it is kind of Christmassy.
Ba-rum-ba-bum-bum.
Okay, here it comes. Let it go.
One more time.
You're serious.
Yeah.
Love it.
You just got to Chick's favorite part, by the way. You click pause, and Chick's favorite part's coming
From
up.
the window to the wall.
There's more? Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
All these bitches fall.
Well, this way with all these ladies in this version.
Yeah.
Certainly. Yeah. Classier version.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being at a middle school dance just
To the window.
Oh, boy.
What were the chaperones doing when you kids are?
Oh my!
When the sweat runs out.
They were just these hooligans.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Hey! What the hell?
And chick, I'm just covered in Axe body spray. I mean, I got a puka shell necklace on.
Yes,
Wearing a
yes.
Green Day shirt.
Love it.
Writing rather weak.
Love everything
What
about
does
it.
going from the window to the wall have to do with the perspiration on your testicles?
What does Inagata Davida mean? No one cares. It's
In the
cool.
Garden of Eden,
It's in
actually.
the Garden of Eden, anyway, literally.
No, they're morons.
So I'm sorry, so why are we singing Get Low?
Because I got the new iPhone and it was killing it this morning, playing songs for me coming to work, and Get Low came as I was pulling into the parking lot.
It's hard not to get pumped up.
Get low, get low, get low.
I just love Lil Jon's
Is he still out there?
Skeet. I think he is. Yeah, I always get Lil Jon and Lil Wayne mixed up.
He's the and Chappelle really played on the Lil Jon.
Okay. Wouldn't he always? Chris Rock's. He'd always punch Chris Rock in the face. Not Chris. Chris's brother. What's Chris Rock's brother name? Tony Rock.
No. Tony Rock. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Tony Rock, come here.
Yeah.
Smack. Yeah.
Okay, I missed all of this. I have no idea what's going on.
You're all right. Don't worry about it.
So Ohio State, Michigan canceled, huh?
Have you looked up the word doddering recently?
He's not. On that, he wasn't doddering.
Me, it's important to know what you can't stand.
It is, isn't it? That way you avoid
Most people don't even know what they like. I know what I like, and I know what I hate. And I hate almost everything, so it's okay. Did you see this thing about the Ohio State band? This is interesting. There's no game.
Ohio State, Michigan,
but
ladies
the
and
band
gentlemen.
is going to play.
Ohio State, Michigan has been canceled.
You can't tell when he's setting something up.
He's setting up something.
I know.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
telling you. So what about the band?
Well, as you know, they're one of the best bands in the land.
Best damn band in the land.
And they are going to be playing in the Big Horseshoe with no fans in there. And then Dr. Fauci will be dotting the I, which is quite an honor.
Isn't that? That is a great honor.
Think how busy Dr. Fauci is these days.
You were insistent on adding that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we'd get back to comedy and get away from whatever.
Get low, get low, get low.
Yeah, everyone was having way too much fun.
Little douche, whatever his
Lil
name is.
Jon.
Oh, he's got a big grill. You'd love him.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, he's got, fake braces? That's
braces.
That's a great fad. Is that still happening?
The grill?
The grill thing, is that...
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
really?
These are all things that you don't need to worry about. Just don't even...
I'm not worried about it. I just don't want to have my tax dollars paying for them. That's all.
We have a congratulations email for Tom.
Oh, really?
I'd like to congratulate dear Tom. I'd like to congratulate you on the 30th anniversary of predicting the coming end of the Cavendish banana. Just curious, what's the latest date when we won't have bananas anymore?
That's very interesting. The entire book about it.
You have been saying that for quite
some time. You have been.
That's what they're talking about.
There are plenty of them in the grocery every week.
I freeze my bananas, as you know.
Yes, we know.
You ever try to pound a nail with a frozen banana? Man, that's fun.
Why would you do that?
Oh, it's Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy, come here.
He won't be coming here for a while.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sorry. Is that sports?
No, I've got a world record, and we're the Clay Target martial artist guy.
Oh, okay.
We never
I'm so
finished
sorry.
that, did we?
We'll be back with that.
All right. We also have this KFC story.
Yes.
You keep
is ridiculous.
promoting.
It is.
Okay, then I think
And it looks even more ridiculous than
did
it
you
sounds.
see it?
Oh, yeah.
I saw it this
I'm
morning.
looking right at it.
Yeah.
Got some Christmas requests coming up. You can get a hold of us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Mr. Donnie Baker will be calling shortly. And I understand Dick Hitswater is out of the hospital, and will be joining us a little bit later today.
Okay, all right.
He was in the hospital?
Well, after yesterday's show, he was beaten by several listeners.
That is a shame. We don't
condone that.
No, we don't.
Admittedly, that I'm sorry. I got a great gift idea for you. Oh, that's right. 'Tis the season. I'm talking about my friends at Harry's Razors. I've been telling you how they have been paying attention to the contemporary advances in metallurgy. What does that mean? Well, it means their blades are sharper than ever. Did they raise the price of the brand new sharp blades? But Harry's also has this going for them. It's the Harry's Holiday Shave Set. Well, this would be a nice stocking stuffer. You might need a rather large stocking, maybe just give directions to where you've hidden it in the house. I'm talking about the great Harry's razor, and this is such a great shave kit, and it looks really cool. It comes in a really nice box. A practical gift indeed, and I'll point this out. The Harry's refills about $2 a piece. The other beauty about the Harry's razor thing is once you get yourself up and running, they'll deliver them right to your house. You don't even have to think about it anymore. You don't have to go in the drugstore and have the lady unlock the razor thing. I'm sorry, ma'am, I wasn't really planning on stealing them. No, simplify your life this holiday season. New customers, $5 off, plus the shipping is how much, Josh?
It's free.
At the Harry's Limited Edition Holiday Shave Set. Use the code Bob and Tom when you go to harrys.com. That's the key. It helps us, helps them, helps you. The sets come with a perfectly ergonomically designed weighted handle, 3 razor cartridges, foaming shave gel, and travel cover. And the shave gel, just a touch of a scent. It's just great. All packaged in this beautiful holiday gift box. Harry's, harrys.com. Use the code Bob and Tom at checkout. I know I love my Harry's razors. Coming up, we have Joe Exotic meets Kim Kardashian. We have pandas in the news and Donnie Baker. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bees are stupid. Them are not stupid. They're stupid. Them are not stupid. They're stupid.
Essential Morning Radio.
They're stupid.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
It's possible you're hearing my voice right now through the Bob and Tom app on your phone. You know someone who might like the Bob and Tom Show app? You should let them know, A, it's free, and B, it's available right now for them to download in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Did I mention that the app is free? You can listen to your local radio station. Tune in to Bob and Tom 24/7. Listen to the Bob and Tom free podcast. Even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Imagine that. The first voice you hear in the morning, Tom Griswold. Ooh, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The 40th anniversary of John Lennon's death was marked yesterday by Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, each posting photos of themselves with Lennon. Fans also gathered outside the New York City apartment building where Lennon was shot and killed December 8th, 1980. And musicians played in the Strawberry Fields section of Central Park. George Clooney has been honored by co-stars and colleagues at the annual film benefit for the Museum of Modern Art, which, of course, was held virtually this year. Oscar-winning filmmaker Steven Soderbergh is going behind the scenes for the next Academy Awards. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences has announced that Soderbergh, Aaron Brockovich producer Stacey Scher, and award show veteran Jesse Collins have come on board to produce the 93rd Oscars telecast. And Billy Porter will join Ryan Seacrest and Lucy Hale on ABC in Times Square December 31st for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest 2020. It's going to look a lot different this year. The broadcast closed to the public, of course, due to the pandemic. Happy New Year. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dean, I am so hungry.
Oh, you want to go get some breakfast, Tom?
I guess. Is there a place we can go that has flat-chested waitresses and really baggy clothing?
I don't think so.
Think again, Dean. Guys, if you've been longing to have breakfast surrounded by flat-chested women in baggy clothing, then you'll want to visit the all-new breakfast restaurant, Pancake Hooters. At Pancake Hooters, you won't be bothered by waitresses who accidentally dip their large bosoms into your maple syrup, or who break the yolk of your egg while bending over the table to pour your coffee. Pancake Hooters only hires women with prepubescent builds, so you won't be distracted by massive memories while trying to finish off your breakfast in time to get to work.
Wow, what a great breakfast.
Sure was, Tom. And I was able to eat my waffle while it was still warm because I wasn't busy staring at gargantuan tatas.
And you didn't slobber in your coffee either.
And guys, if you're in a real hurry, be sure and take advantage of our flat as a smorgasbord breakfast buffet. Why not try Pancake Hooters today? You'll see why our hardline policy with our waitress staff is, it's either 32A or the highway. Pancake Hooters.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Larry Reeb. Now, Larry, you are from
Chicago.
You just got a great Chicago accent.
Well, originally I'm from a little town, DeWitt, Illinois. It's a farm town. There's a mental institution and a women's prison there.
Really?
And my parents met. Here I am. But yeah, I live in Chicago.
Are you married?
I've been married 10 years.
Oh, how's it going?
Good. I think us guys need good women, don't you? Women keep us in line. That's why most axe murderers are single. If they were married, their wife wouldn't put up with that. Put that axe down. You're not chopping anybody. You have to take the garbage out. Take the ski mask off. It's summer, you idiot.
There are water shortages in Nairobi after floods tore through a dam. Apparently, someone aggravated the god of irony. 5 ounces of crack cocaine were found in a toddler's diaper. Cops became suspicious when the combination of the two smells made the drug.
20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update on the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X-Man. We'll see sunshine today, 52, clear tonight down to 30, sunny and 55 tomorrow, 35 now.
And dark tonight.
Yeah, dark.
Which is great if you plan on going to the Indiana State Fairgrounds. You know, because the lights and everything, it's really fun and much better when you go at night, in my opinion. Check that out, please. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Everybody okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
The one in the stripes is Christy Lee. Blonde number 1. Blonde number 2 will be Allie Breen calling later.
Okay.
Looking forward to hearing from Allie. Let's see now. There's Ace over there. Ace Cosby is the proprietor, if you will, of the OmahaSteaks.com joke of the day desk and chair and zone, if you will. Chick McGee's over there from the sports desk. Josh, once again, the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair occupied by Josh.
Hi.
This is Tom speaking. There's Willie G over there.
And you can see the show if you go to bobandtom.com/live.
All right.
Bingo.
Bobandtom.com/live. You can see this right now.
Yeah, live.
Well, that's frightening.
You can see Christy's stripes.
Stripes, yep,
They
that's
look,
me.
They look very nice. As Willie pointed out, kind of like you're about to do a mime show. There you go, like you're caught in a box. I mean, you're kind of caught in a box.
I am.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, she's over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union news box.
Let's not call it the news box.
Hey, here's something.
Trying to extend the analogy.
We've been talking about Little John all morning with the fabulous Get Low, Get Low.
I think we've almost converted Tom into a fan.
I think so. He's close.
Do you want me to play another bit of this?
Yes. Hit the button.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I love that tongue roll going on.
I do kind of like that because it reminds me of the great song "Barumpa Bum Bum."
Little
drummer boy.
It is kind of Christmassy.
Yeah.
Would that be in your review if you reviewed Little John's album?
And in what world would I be reviewing this?
I'm just making conversation.
So was this something playing in the bars when you were in that window of singledom? Chick McGee out there up against the bar with
just play this.
Hey, when was that?
Oh, okay. Of course.
now
that you mentioned it, Christy, that period never did exist.
No, not for chicks.
Okay, sorry.
No.
Not for you either.
And that's just exactly what I want you guys to think.
I'm trying to help.
So this is where you put the one arm up and do this?
Oh, yeah. Tom's making his way to the floor.
There we go. Go, Tom.
Oh, gosh. You should be arrested for that dance.
Okay, Okay, is this one guy or like 5 guys going Get Low?
Well, yes, the East Side Boys, and, but that's Get Low. That's Little John. Get Low.
It's sort of his signature. People have said that his voice is kind of like Carlos Santana's guitar. You can pick it out from any record.
Yeah.
You know?
You sure can.
Exactly.
Right when you hear it, you know it.
Really?
Yeah.
369. Oh, I love it.
Does this guy have a whole series of songs?
369.
Performing artist?
Get Low is very popular. Yeah, him and Usher. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a great song by Usher.
Great song. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one
has too much Usher.
You are a good
I have
singer,
a beautiful
Willie.
singing voice.
Yes.
I'm a talented guy.
Nice.
But whatever this is, thank you, God.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hello, Donnie. So glad to hear from you. How are you, sir?
Man, that used to be the whole anthem at Last Call at Boonies. You play that Last Call at Boonies, you may as well start passing out rubbers and pregnancy tests. Swear to God. Man, I had a pretty exciting evening.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
what'd you do?
Well, I'm calling to announce I cut down my own Christmas tree last night.
Oh, did
Oh,
you
cool.
really?
Good for you. That's fun.
Did you go to a
I love
forest?
cutting my own Christmas tree. Kind of makes me feel all natural and rustic, you know? Like a homeless Quaker or something. And this year, I decided to wait till it got dark and then go down to Pine Haven Estates, grab a fresh one from behind the clubhouse.
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do, Donnie.
Nice
Got me a
place.
bag of cypress mulch with it.
Did you?
It's inconvenient, but last year my next-door neighbor Mitchell threw a fit when I cut one of his down, so...
I can see why.
Well, anyways, some people like artificial trees, but not me. I don't care if it's a flammable fire hazard soaking in diesel. I want it to smell good, you know?
I agree.
Well, fake trees are perfect looking, but they don't smell like nothing. Except maybe Chinese sweatshops, red tags, or packing peanuts. Oh, and spoiler alert, them packing peanuts ain't made for human assumption.
No.
Swear to God.
Don't eat 'em.
Consumption, but
Even if you dip them in ranch first.
Josh.
You don't believe me? Just ask my idiot cousin Lonnie. Dude's had his stomach pumped twice from eating packing peanuts because first time he thought he just got a bad batch of them from Dillard's, you know? And he may be an idiot, but nobody's ever complained about the quality of his reefer, though. Have you ever had a real tree, Tom?
Of course, I've got one right now.
Then you know you can't put them up too early then.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if you do, by the time Christmas rolls around, you got more needles on the ground in a parking lot at a methadone clinic.
Yeah.
Swear to God. Plus, I found out last year you have to water them regular.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just like horses. Oh, and Lavonna, the chubby chasing lesbian in the front office here, she swears if you don't keep watering your Christmas tree, they'll die on you.
Yeah.
Lavonna.
What a name.
Yeah, I think it makes no sense. I mean, they've been cut down, Lavonna. They're already dead. Why do you have to water them? Swear to God. It's basically embalming fluid. All we're really doing by watering them is torturing and delaying the inevitable, you know?
Yes.
Sort of like rolling a turtle on its back. I mean, you ain't got to water my dining room table, and it's made out of wood.
Well,
Donnie.
Hell, I even put coasters on it so water don't stain it, Christy.
Okay.
Good idea.
Anyways, what's coming is the part about Christmas trees I really don't like. I have to decorate the damn tree, and that's a pain. Last year I made a popcorn chain with dried cranberries to put on it, and then end up eating half of them one night after we ran out of pizza rolls. I blame the secondhand smoke from Lonnie's Kris Kringle bong he invented. Oh, and spoiler alert number 2, if you're buying a live tree, make sure you give it a good shake or two and get all the varmints that are, hoarding in it before you bring it in the house.
It's true.
No critters.
You just ask my Uncle Junebug. He's decorating their tree last year. He's on top rung of a ladder putting a Star of David and Coverdale's on there. When, I swear to God, all of a sudden a family of trash pandas attacked him.
Oh.
And apparently a mama raccoon can do some serious damage when she thinks her babies are in grave danger.
Oh, I bet.
Because turns out all my uncle got for Christmas last year was a rabies shot and a side dish of head, foot, and mouth disease.
Oh.
Swear to God.
Wow.
I better run. Looks like Lonnie's watering the tree again. You're supposed to use a picture I filled up, not pee on it, you dick.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks.
We did have the koala in the Christmas tree earlier in the week. Did you see there was a snake in a tree the other day?
Where? Australia, undoubtedly.
I don't think so. I'll look it up and get back with you.
I just want to see the Star of David Coverdale.
Yeah, with his hair flowing down like ribbons.
What's the word for that again, Josh?
Finial dobra. Yeah.
A finial dobra.
Mm-hmm.
That's the okay. And that was the word of the week last week.
That's right.
On that show called That Josh Arnold Podcast.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the Bits and Pieces podcast, which features the Jesses, Hooker and Alsman, and Willie G and Jason Hofstadts.
Mm-hmm. And the latest episode featuring Chick McGee.
Talking about
that's
classic.
so cool.
And I've had
of the show.
long-time Bob and Tom listeners say that this is their favorite episode of the Chick McGee podcast. So, Chick, I hope you're not busy today at 1. Maybe we could have you come by and get a little work going.
I've got a thing. I'm watching the repair shop.
Got it, okay.
So what were some of the chunks of this show that you reviewed in the Bits and Pieces podcast?
Oh, on the Chick McGee, we did, what did we do? We did Chickley chasing Spike Lee at the airport.
You know what they found was, yes, Virginia, there is a Tom Griswold.
Oh, that's
like one of the first bits I
Oh, the first bank that treats you like Tom Griswold?
Added to the show.
And so you can hear those if you go to the Bits and Pieces. And where do you find that, Josh?
At any place you get your podcasts.
Like the podcast store at the mall?
That's exactly right.
Apple Music,
you
Spotify.
Hear podcasts, people go, oh, I'll go grab that podcast. They know.
Okay. Now,
we got a little John update coming up when you have time for it.
Okay, well, I can we get to the KFC story that you're...
I have that right here.
Yeah, go.
All right. For those of you who don't know, KFC and Lifetime have teamed up and are releasing a mini movie this Sunday at noon Eastern. Apparently, A Recipe for Seduction features Mario Lopez as Colonel Sanders.
Love it.
Oh, interesting casting.
It's always the old, I wonder who... everyone would answer, who do you want to play you in the biography? Well, of course, George Clooney. And women, as Christy said, Jennifer Aniston. Well, Colonel Sanders evidently said Mario Lopez.
Well, they've been, KFC's had those great commercials with a whole series of inappropriate people playing Colonel Sanders, which I think is great.
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
Very funny. Mario seems like a nice enough guy, but this is a romance?
Yes, it's a romance.
And how long is it?
It's
15 minutes.
A mini movie or an extended commercial. Either way, you can look at it.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
Okay.
They know what they're. It's very tongue-in-cheek.
Of course. He's a new chef who walks around in a tight shirt and jaunty ascot. Will he be involved in a love triangle or quadrangle?
But he is portraying, a young Colonel Sanders?
Then? Absolutely.
To see him in the Colonel Sanders makeup is wonderful.
With his bulging biceps.
Yeah.
Okay, now this says, I'm looking at this now, it says this is not KFC's first foray into the romance genre. In 2017, they released a 96-page romance novel called Tender Wings of Desire.
Oh, man.
Is that right?
How did we miss that, Josh? We're big readers.
And there is a picture of this. Hilarious. It's got the older version of Colonel Sanders.
Yes.
With holding a woman in his arms on some rocky coastal shore, whatever you call it, with a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken there.
All right.
And it's called Tender Wings of Desire. I wonder if the finger looking good.
Oh, you know that was in there.
I would hope so.
It'll be in this movie, I bet, too.
Why? And they're debuting it at noon?
On Sunday. Maybe it's to get the women who don't want to watch football. I don't know.
Right. They're really pushing new holiday movies and stuff. So it's just a little thing before. It's a lead-in.
I see.
Wow.
Other fast food places could do this.
Yeah?
Sure.
Like?
Well, I was thinking a Broadway musical thing. What would it be called? The Burger King and I.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The Burger King is played by Timothy Chalamet.
Something really
But he's wearing that creepy head the Burger King walks around in.
Wow. Well, who do you think the best Colonel has been, Christy?
Oh, God.
I can't remember.
Would Rob Lowe be the hottest?
Rob Lowe's pretty hot, but...
I liked Reba.
Oh, she was cute.
Reba was
I thought that was fun.
right.
They had a lot of comics do it. Jim Gaffigan did it. Norm Macdonald did it,
Didn't
right?
they do the Chippendales once? Am I making that up? Where they did a Chippendale, topless?
I don't remember
That's
that one.
That's interesting that you have that memory.
I think Daryl Hammond was the first, and he was not aware that he was not going to be the colonel in perpetuity.
Oh.
Yeah, there was some...
He bought a house.
Yeah.
Got a new car.
Yeah.
Well, now we have to get back
it was part of one of these videos for a Mother's Day thing, yeah.
We have to get back to the sports page because we have the martial artist punching the clay. What is it? Clay
pigeons, or what is he punching?
A martial artist in Pakistan has set the Guinness World Record for most clay targets punched in 1 minute. Mohammed Rashid punched 62 clay sporting targets. That's all the explanation.
I saw the video this morning. They're about the size of a hockey puck.
60 seconds to earn the title. 62 and 60 seconds.
Are they so they're being flung from that thing?
Yeah, no,
somebody's tossing them.
Here, there's some dude like 6 feet away from him with eye protection, and he's sort of flinging them.
So what's the challenge? That these things are hard, and
he's got to punch them until they break.
I think the challenge is trying to find who you going to call Bass Outdoor or something to get clay targets. I don't know where you get clay targets at.
Bass Outdoor.
Well, you can.
I don't know.
Sure you,
Bass Pro.
It would have been a lot easier with a shotgun.
Cabela's?
I'm just saying.
Go to Cabela's.
Yes.
Cabela's. I bet Cabela's.
As long as you didn't have to reload. Okay, well.
But actually, a Lil Jon update. Of course, a rapper in the 90s and 2000s. In 2007, Lil Jon. That's right, Tom.
Stupid world record.
Lil Jon set the record for the largest diamond pendant for his Crunk Ain't Dead pendant. With an appraised value of $500,000, Lil Jon's diamond pendant is 7.5 inches tall, 6 inches wide, and 1 inch thick, weighing over 5 pounds. It has 73 carats of diamonds. His publicist confirmed the piece created by jeweler Jason of Beverly Hills and is 3,756 genuine round-cut white diamonds set in 18-karat yellow and white gold.
Wow. What pawn shop has it right now?
I think Lil Jon's doing just fine.
I think he absolutely is doing just fine everywhere, from the window to the wall.
Our friend Lonnie has rewritten the song to try to get Tom's attention here. A rewrite that Tom may approve of, if you want to.
Okay.
So this was from the windows to the wall.
Right.
Perhaps Lonnie says perhaps it should be from the parlor to the den. Tell all those females sin. Oh, poop, 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 poop.
Poop, poop, poop.
Very good, Lonnie.
And Lil Jon has a song called Let's Go Crazy that samples Crazy Train, and it is played sometimes at NFL stadiums.
And I assume that he also has a lot of back pain from that 5-pound chain that he wears all the time.
Yeah, kind of showy.
Oh, very, yeah. Well, hip-hop stars can be a bit ostentatious.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Every time I wear my dookie rope to the club, I get a lot of looks.
Dookie rope.
It's a thing.
In
the 90s?
79?
No, in the early 80s, the same time this guy was.
early 80s.
This guy was out there.
Lil Jon, it was 2000, Willie 4?
And Dookie is also a great album by Green Day.
Sure.
So there you go.
That is a great album.
And Dookie also a slang term.
Coming up in sports, we've got a heartwarming story about a letter jacket and Michael Jordan and drones.
Okay, and did you see yesterday? Did you watch the news last night?
No. What?
And William Shakespeare in the news.
Oh, yes, I did see this.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
A contemporary William, a guy named William. It's kind of interesting why he's in the news.
Huh.
We'll see what that's all about. Also, Joe Exotic meets Kim Kardashian in a way, and something very unfortunate. We just found out, a scientist found out about giant pandas.
Okay.
You'll be thoroughly disgusted when we come back.
Sorry, Chick.
But this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know, we've got a few Bob and Tom podcasts out there. They are free, available for you to listen. We suggest you wait till after the show, but they are there. You can download them and have them waiting for you. The Bob and Tom Show Extra Podcast, That Josh Arnold Podcast, and what we call Bits and Pieces Podcast. To dive into the archive, just go to bobandtom.com/podcasts to download for free. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. A mystery guest on the way, 9:20 Eastern Time. Who could that mystery guest be? Do you want a hint? Sorry.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Lamar Jackson, 94 yards and a touchdown on the ground. And the Ravens emerged from a COVID-19 outbreak to beat the Cowboys 34-17 last night. Returning from a one-game absence after testing positive for the virus, Jackson carried 13 times and threw for 2 scores. He was one of 23 Ravens to spend time on the virus list, while 4 different strains of COVID swept through the Ravens organization. College football, Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and Ohio State hold the top 4 spots in the college football playoff rankings for the 3rd straight week. And the Michigan Wolverines have canceled Saturday's annual football showdown with Ohio State, citing a rising number of COVID cases within the Wolverine program. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh said his players were very disappointed to not be facing the number 3 Buckeyes, who would be heavily favored. The season-ending grudge match, known simply as the game, will not be played for the first time in 102 years. And the PGA Tour plans to start the new year with spectators. There just won't be very many, and the views will be limited. The Century Tournament of Champions is offering 2 ticket options for Kapalua tournament organizers. Don't expect more than about 200 or 300 fans, and they will have views of the 18th hole, but won't be allowed to walk the rest of the plantation course. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
We pause from the Chick McGee Sports broadcast.
Ask everybody how they're doing before you
For
start.
the Christy Lee joke of the day.
So I went to a beekeeper to get...
You went to a beekeeper?
You're already killing, Christy.
She went to a beekeeper. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to a beekeeper to get 12 bees. I don't know if you guys are knowing that, but I'm really into bees now. And he counted, and he had given me 13. And I said, sir, you gave me an extra. And he goes, that's a freebie.
Yeah! You
Ladies
nailed
and
it.
gentlemen.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
You know, when Esther and I had a big family, we hardly had any time for ourselves, If I could ever just get through the newspaper one time without the kids interrupting, it was a miracle. They always wanted to go somewhere and do something. Well, of course, they're all grown up now, and Esther's dead. I just wish they'd call, just every now and then, just pick up the phone and say, hi, Granddad. How are you? Well, they never call anymore. In fact, they never come by. I'd just like to see my little daughter, Lucy. Sometimes she just brings her kids over. And Tommy, my son, he never comes over. Heck, I'm just sitting here all alone, waiting for the phone to ring.
744 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today, 52. Clear tonight, 30. Sunny, 55 tomorrow. 35 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. We've got a little TV show tonight. It's called Bob and Tom Tonight, Mindy TV 23 at 11:30. Viewable everywhere except for Ace's house, apparently. Some kind of entanglement.
No, why not?
We also have something called Christmas Nights of Lights at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. They've got some great Christmas lights all set up. You could drive through and you can put the radio on the right station, and guess what?
What?
You can, that's all in sync. You can see what's going on and the great Christmas carols, et cetera, et cetera. It's a lot of fun. And you'll find it once again at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. A very cool thing. Something to check out and have a little Christmas spirit. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Let's see. Ace, check. There's There's Josh over there. I can see him. This is Tom speaking. Willie G. And she's in the stripes.
Yep.
It's Christy Lee in the, what do we decide to call it? What's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom right now.
There you go.
Okay. And you can see her where, Ace? You said you...
BobandTom.com/live.
BobandTom.com/live. You can see Christy waved everybody. Christy.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, thank you very much. Now you just heard
Anything else you'd like me to do, Puppet Master?
Yep.
Oh, well. Big straw poll. Coming up, we have, of course, the Ace Cosby joke of the day, brought to you by our friends at OmahaSteaks.com. Steaks. Nothing says Christmas better than a delicious steak. That's right. You go outside, no matter what time of year it is, get the grill all set up.
I do.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love winter grilling.
No, me too. A lot of fun. Now, we still have not completed our sportscast, apparently. Try as we might.
Michael Jordan's golf course in Florida is finally open.
Yeah.
And it features flying drones that deliver food and beer right to the fairway.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
The course, which opened in 2019 after many years of planning, developing, and constructing, is, as you might imagine, amazing. It's called the Grove XXIII 23, the Grove 23, Michael Jordan's number 23.
Yeah.
And it's built on a huge plot of land in Hobie Sound, Florida, Hobe Sound, Florida. The holes are nice, sleek. The club has 15,000 square foot clubhouse.
Man.
The coolest part, of course, everybody's talking about the drones. MJ replaced the beer carts with flying ships that bring alcohol and snacks to golfers. And in videos, it shows the whole process. They land, and it's just exactly how amazing and cool it is.
Sorry we couldn't deliver the vaccine to the folks stranded out there, but because the drones are being used for golfers.
No. How can you even make that connection? That's ridiculous.
This is where the funding is going.
Come on.
He
paid for his own drones?
By the way, the club, the Michael Jordan's Golf Club, very exclusive. Right now, it only has
restricted
100 members.
100? Wonder what the dues are there.
You probably shouldn't say restricted and then chuckle.
Tom's just...
See, that would be ironic, you see.
Right.
Yeah,
mind.
that's why you're
I'm
laughing.
sorry. Okay, that's great.
Michael, great new club. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Wow.
Okay, didn't think it was going to go that way. Thought it was, fun.
It is very cool.
Is this the new thing, though? Where
Sure, why not?
golfers so lazy they have to be in carts, number one, and two, they have to have their booze delivered by a drone?
Could you have fun at anything?
It's fun. It's a matter of
God.
Also, if you hit the drone with a golf ball, you get free beer for life. That has to be the rule, right?
Wouldn't that be fun?
I doubt it. You probably get a bill for $10,000.
Remember how insane it sounded that Amazon was going to start delivering things with drones?
Yes.
Well, that's what
It still sounds insane
that
to me.
sounds
It's not
totally
necessary
reasonable
unless
to
it's
me.
some pharmaceutical or some medical device. It's not necessary.
I beg your pardon?
We live in a world where we have to have it now. You don't.
Yeah, that's right.
No, we need to get our priorities straight.
If they start to anticipate what I need and send it that way, I'd be even happier.
Oh,
What do you
my
think of
gosh.
that? Yeah.
You would. Like, you want to live in Minority Report.
If I was just, I need there it is. Yeah, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What do I want for dinner? Oh, they nailed it.
No.
I want nachos.
That chip in my brain really helps.
Okay, Josh, that's going to be one hell of a drone.
That's right. It's essentially an Airbus.
Yeah.
That's true.
C5.
Josh is so big, he would need the Enola Gay to deliver his nachos.
Exactly. Well, here's the spruce goose. It's,
The four men with flashlights in the runway. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Thomas.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm at ATL, just got in from MSP through ORD. I had to call you guys today.
Yeah?
Big news in this camp, cowboy.
What?
Big news. Hey, Chick, make sure the boys in the back are rolling tape on this, okay?
Okay, got it. Yep.
Big news. I just tested positive.
oh, for...
Yeah, I just tested positive for going above and beyond for my clients.
Oh, that's very clever.
Here it is for a second.
All right.
I've lost all taste of smell, unless it's the aroma of free shipping through December 28th.
Oh, wow.
For renewals, for first-time clients. And I've lost my sense of taste, especially when I look at the sample cases from our competition.
Oh, I see.
This is going to kill it the next one.
Hi-yo.
Here at SmearCorps, I've got a quarantine that's ready to serve you and take your business-to-business needs to the next level. But you'll get higher than Aaron Neville, thanks to me testing positive for going above and beyond for my clients. Seven-time McCurdy Award winner, Kenneth Tarmac. Perfect. Hey, Chick, have him send that bad boy to me by tomorrow. If it's not a firm 30, just have Tom throw some horns on it, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
And next time when you send the tape, tell the boys in the back, tails out. Hey, listen, Shooter, I got to hit Caribou Coffee to go all the way from Foxtrot 4 down to Tango 30. Yeah, and I just tested positive that I'll make it if these Zone 4 people will get the hell out of my house.
Kenny.
Let's go. Ready golf, sir. It's a carry-on case, not Hulk Hogan. Stop wrestling with it. That's why God invented pink tag. And I'll call you from Phoenix. We just landed.
Okay, thanks,
Kenny.
So I'm just confused. So you're playing at this, Michael. Does it say what it costs to play a round of golf there?
No.
It's got to be pricey.
Because if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
So wouldn't the average golfer rather have some buxom airhead in a golf cart and a skimpy
I'm sure they
bikini delivering the beer than a mechanical flying object?
Probably make an allowance for that. I would think there'd be something during a special event. Probably they allow that sort of behavior. I don't know. It's a private golf club. Early 100 members.
Whores at the turnaround.
Oh, my gosh.
Who's that CEO? I demand whores at the turnaround.
Yes. That's actually Mr. Burns, I think. Mr. Burns. Whores.
Sorry. Back to you.
A 92-year-old man in North Carolina, speaking of Jordan, has been reunited with his varsity letter jacket with the help of social media.
Oh, this is funny. We were talking about this last week.
Yeah,
Do you still have your letter jacket, Josh?
No, I never had a letter. I didn't buy into all
I'm so
this
sorry.
stuff.
Sorry. How embarrassing.
Not embarrassing at all. I got letters.
No, there was a guy at our school that wore one, and no one wore them. And it was like, dude, did you have to special order this? Did you have to fill out the back of a magazine, you loser?
Yeah, why would I wear I'm not Teen Wolf. I don't need to wear a Letterman jacket.
I think Letterman jackets.
And I have my letter on the breast and everything.
Yeah, they were big when we were in school.
Yeah, exactly.
I still have mine. It's at a closet at Willie's.
Oh, what, for cross country? Real cool. Great, yeah. Oh, it's
So
the only letter
it's the only. I mean, the greats like Jim Ryan.
You mean the
Marty
sport?
LaCory?
The sport that all the other sports use for punishment, cross country. Okay, take a lap. Yeah, who wants to
Willie,
do that?
bring that in tomorrow, will you?
His letter jacket?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, what did you get it for? Being the newspaper photographer? What do they give letters for at your school?
What do you do? Criticize everyone else's running? Poor form, you're gonna fall.
Remember when we were getting the things we got last week?
Yes.
Okay, it's the maroon corduroy.
Sure, yeah, no, I'll grab it. No,
we
I
might have won the relay if baby Huey over there.
Your letter jacket was corduroy? It wasn't leather sleeves and the...
Corduroy
Of course it was corduroy.
Oh, geez.
Classy.
It's got a T.S. Eliot quote on
Hey,
the
by
back.
the way, did you hear about the...
Yeah, we weren't the Harriers. We were the Proof Rocks.
Oh, boy.
Did you hear about...
In the room, the runners come and go. Humming.
You say come and go.
Michelangelo.
He's doing the wasteland again, Jack.
That was actually the...
Hey, Willie, you hear about the corduroy pillows?
What about corduroy pillows?
They're making headlines.
Oh,
That's great. Great.
Ace, I love it when you write for chicks.
Classic, thank you, Ace. Classic stuff.
When we come back, we're going to find out about this 92-year-old guy in his letter jacket.
Okay.
The world's longest
Boy, I don't
sportscast
know.
continues.
Maybe time to... Let's say you're 92, maybe time to give it up?
Yes.
I'm surprised he remembered he had a leather jacket.
I threw for 65 yards.
The I stands for incontinent. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
It's all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rolling through a Wednesday morning. Mystery guest on the way. Of course, we've got our usual suspects. Our resident geek, Jessica Alsman, the co-host of the Bits and Pieces podcast. Also, comedian relationship expert Allie Breen zooming her way in, we assume, from New York City, talking about relationships. Who knows? She may be talking about your relationship later this morning. And at 9:20 Eastern Time, a mystery guest will arrive, at least zoom their way in. We'll find out who that is later this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The Trump administration has dived back into Capitol Hill's confusing COVID-19 negotiations, offering a $916 billion package to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi that adds a $600 direct payment to most Americans, actually $600 for individuals, $1,200 for couples, which is half the payment that was delivered by the March pandemic relief bill. U.S. regulators have released their first scientific evaluation of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine and confirmed it offers strong protection. That sets the stage for the government to greenlight the biggest vaccination effort in the nation's history. A panel of Food and Drug Administration advisors will meet tomorrow to decide whether to allow emergency use to vaccinate millions of Americans with the Pfizer formula. A final FDA decision and the first shots could follow within just days. And 50 people won the Massachusetts lottery game Mass Cash on Sunday, a record according to the state lottery agency. For $1, players of the game choose 5 numbers between 1 and 35 and mark the choice on a slip. 50 people chose the winning combination of numbers. Usually, the jackpot for the game is $100,000, but when total prizes exceed a certain percentage of sales follow that, they use a formula to determine the prize amount. So what did your dollar get you? Well, if you matched, you'll take home more than $48,000. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
How much money for you to bathe me? Not in a sexual way, but just to get me clean. But you do have to scrub everything.
Name a number, Christy.
No,
I mean, what would the
I'm not
cost
going to
be?
do that.
Go low.
$5,000.
Go low, because I'm paying.
$5,000. No, Tom's going to pay.
You can wear a mask,
right?
Gloves.
Oh my God!
But you have to wash my whole body. But again, nothing sexual.
Nothing sexual.
It's very nurse-like. But I am in a
Do
tub.
I have to wear a nurse suit?
Oh, no, now we're up to 500.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific name.
Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department store shelf today? Mr. Béchon, it's not a sin anymore.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, 8 o'clock at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
We got a quick forecast from Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by CarX. Sunshine today, 52. Clear tonight, 30. Sunny, 55 tomorrow, 34 now.
Thank you very much, Christy.
My pleasure, sir.
Now, coming up, we have a little bit of Allie Breen joining us, blonde number 2. Look forward to her discussions of romance. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I don't know about you, I can feel it.
With the temperature drop 10 degrees?
Yeah.
That's not a really nice thing to say about Jessica Alsman coming into the
Oh, God, no.
building.
She's in another room. That doesn't have anything to do with her.
I can be icy. That's fine.
Winter is coming.
You can be icy?
It's just that magic hour around here where the temperature just seems to fall in the studio.
That's true. Right about this time.
Yeah. It's weird.
You look, Jessica, you look like that lighting is amazing.
Oh, well, thank you. Never mind.
Oh, you're in
I was
Godwin's
like, I
room.
look so
see.
different.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. You're not in your usual spot. Okay, that's very nice. Not really great radio for me to talk about then, is it?
Well, you can see it at bobandtom.com/live.
Thank you, Christy. There's Willie, there's Ace, and I was just going to say, oh, yeah, it's about to happen, ladies and
What?
gentlemen.
You smell something?
I do. It's the what's the correct word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
The aromatic Ace Cosby. That doesn't sound. That sounds like you smell bad. How do I say he smells good? The
Aromatic is a good smell, I think. You don't think so?
Well, we have smells in the news coming up.
Tom, this is a delicate bit. Let's get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's get it over with.
you can see him.
Yes.
Oh, I got. Hang on a second. I got to stop, Ace. Ace Cosby is sitting at the OmahaSteaks.com joke of the day desk. But it's improperly named. These aren't jokes. This is a commentary about contemporary culture with Ace Cosby.
A little bit about my life. I once interviewed as a mime, speaking of mime.
Oh, did you?
I didn't get the job.
Nope.
Must have been something I said.
Yeah.
You speak, you're out.
Yeah.
Sure do. Yep. There it is.
The old mime job interview joke.
And if you talk too much about one topic, you really put yourself in a box.
Okay, very good. Thank you. The Ace Cosby joke of the day brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. By the way, don't forget to type BTS like Bob Tom Show in the search bar right at the top of the page.
Or like behind the scenes.
When you,
We're the biggest pop band ever.
That would be. Both would be very confusing.
BTS.
I typed in NSYNC and didn't get the offer.
No, BTS is the top pop band.
Well, I'm sure Tom will clear it up.
Sure, he doesn't know about
for all of
that,
us. Go
but-
ahead, Tom.
And really, behind the scenes should be BS, not BTS.
Because you don't use the
Yeah, you're right.
You don't use the.
That's correct.
You don't, not
like
in
in WTF.
That is text speak, not an appropriate acronym.
North Carolina man.
Yes, Jim.
OmahaSteaks.com for that great offer. I'm sorry, back to you.
A 92-year-old North Carolina man has been reunited with his varsity leather jacket.
No
feels so
one
good.
cares. No one cares.
With the help of social media. This is a blurb on page 8, bottom corner at best.
Oh, this is not in print. This is not in page.
Mal Osborne
Wait a
has
second.
been,
Oh, my God.
had been wearing his jacket for more than 60 years after earning it from the University of Maine as a track runner, but he lost it this past October.
It's only been missing for 2 months.
I thought it'd been missing for 60 years.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he lost it when he was 19.
So did I. I'm with you, Josh.
Even less of a non-story.
That would be a great story.
It sure was.
Like Peter Frampton's guitar goes missing. He finds it decades later. Great story.
2 months.
2 months.
The Bangor Daily News reports that Osborne's daughter, Beverly Amick, posted a Facebook photo of her father wearing the jacket at a Masters swimming competition in 2016 and
That
asked
guy's got some white legs.
for help in finding it because it
this
had
guy
been,
makes Tim Kavanaugh look
It had
like
been
he's
list-
healthy and been outside.
it had been missing for less than 2 months.
jeez.
Oh, he's a cute old guy.
She said she got an email from a woman who lived near Osborne and found the coat in her yard covered with leaves.
Because he's an old man, he loses everything.
Taking a nap?
That coat's in really great shape for being 80 years old.
Yeah, they knew it was his.
Oh.
There was a rubber in one of the pockets.
He has been wearing the jacket since Amick, his daughter, had it dry cleaned and returned him now.
Oh,
Yeah, it does look nice.
It's an old rubber. It's made out of dodo skin.
Those were the best ones.
They
though.
sure were good, yeah.
As long as you can get the teeth.
He was almost missing it for 6 weeks.
Well, now we can go back to hazing freshmen at good old.
He looks pretty spry for 92.
He does. Look at all those medals he got. But are those the whitest legs you've ever seen, Christy? Seriously?
My picture doesn't have him.
Oh, okay. In my picture, he's got a bathing suit on him. Wow.
You think my legs are white?
Now, the good thing about that leather jacket, in the picture you're looking at, does he have the leather jacket on?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. It looks remarkably well for as old
And
as
you
it
see
is.
that giant letter there by his left nipple?
It says M.
It's that huge M. Yeah, that's the only letter he can actually still read because it's 8 inches high.
M stands for Medicaid.
Yeah, now I see his legs. Oh, my.
I have letters tattooed on my chest, DNR.
Is that Department of Natural Resources?
It's cool, it's cute, but these jackets are for seniors in high school. They're not for senior citizens.
That's right.
Oh, he's a really great old guy.
The first line in the sentence, in the story is more than 60 years after Mal Osborne earned a varsity letter jacket from the University of Maine as a track runner. That's all you read. And you assumed, this jacket's been missing for 60 years. The very next sentence.
I admit it.
The 92-year-old lost it in October.
What did he do that was so great, Christy?
I thought the M stood for medium, by the way. So we could read it. You see, it's a big letter. The man's old. He looks like a great guy. He's a good athlete.
He does look like a great guy. He's still swimming. Yeah.
What do we know? He could be a jerk.
Can the COVID virus live on a letter jacket for any amount of time?
She got it dry cleaned.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
She got it dry cleaned because he dropped it in the leaves and he thought he lost it.
You know what? I'm not 92. He's got some great looking legs. I don't care if they're white.
I'm just saying, I'm not disputing that he's a great athlete. I'm just saying that's some white leg.
Yeah, but
Christy,
he's in great shape.
Down.
Yeah, geez, slipping out of your chair.
Christy's thirsty.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to give the guy some compliments after you've torn him down for the last 5 minutes.
I'm just saying we don't know anything about this idiot.
What are you talking about?
I just hope the state of Maine has taken away his driving privileges. That's all I can say.
I'm sure
this
he's
guy running me over.
He got a master's of law degree in taxation at BU. So
he looks like
careful.
a great guy.
Oh, he's a tax lawyer?
Yeah, apparently. Or he was.
Maybe he defended a lot of people against the tax man. I do like that.
Okay, well, is that sports, by the way?
Yes, my gosh.
Sure, there's nothing else. No more.
Yes, my God,
Mario
yes.
Lopez stories.
Well, in Chick's defense, that wasn't really a sports story.
And who do you have for the Michigan game this weekend?
Michigan-Ohio State game for the first time in 102 years is canceled.
Such a bummer.
Yeah.
Canceled. And Indiana has stopped all football activities, and what they call the bucket game between Indiana and Purdue.
Is that going to kick the bucket?
Is shaky at best right now.
Okay.
Christy!
Apparently the Jets have stopped all football activities. Am I right? Thank you very much.
Yeah, that has nothing to do.
That's a bad team.
They're a bad team.
List of bad team
Really
jokes.
bad.
Go ahead.
Where's Kostaki when you need him?
Yes. You can't walk, let alone run.
Well, Chick, here's a story for you.
Yeah.
I know how much you love giant pandas.
I do. Wait a minute. Guys, there's a story about you.
Aw.
They're excited.
The fellas.
Well, a recent study.
The panda fellas.
All right.
Has found that wild giant pandas roll around in horse manure to help keep warm.
Well, what?
Researchers from the Chinese Academy of Sciences observed the giant pandas living in the Qinling Mountains tend to go looking for fresh horse manure to roll in.
Do they?
Scientists say that compounds in the fresh horse manure help to inhibit cold activation at the molecular level in pandas.
Yeah.
Well, it explains why they can never get those pandas to have sex.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to bang that guy. Smells like horse poop.
Yeah, Marianne, yikes. Winnie the Poop. I'll tell you what. It's Kung Poop Panda is what I thought.
That was okay.
Now, you roll and poop just to mask the BO, right, Josh?
That's right. My body odor is so offensive, I roll in feces. Why is your body odor so offensive, Josh? Well, I eat a lot. And when one is fat, they sweat.
Yeah.
And they often don't bathe because it's physically difficult.
Didn't you say that you can't fit in your tub?
That's right. I can barely fit in my home, let alone my tub.
I believe Josh is having a breakdown.
I have to go out in the backyard where a team of men with giant brushes on sticks scrub me down like a circus elephant. That's what happens.
And to be fair, you can fit in your tub, Josh, but you don't want to go in there because that's where you put all your gravy that you need constantly.
Exactly. It's, boy, this better be somebody good.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah, this is Dick Butter in for Manny Petty. And this is some other news.
Well, giant pandas have been seen smearing themselves with horse manure in the wild. Scientists say that the manure helps them tolerate low temperatures, which explains why a panda is the correct answer to the riddle, what's black and white and brown all over? And smell. A woman in Texas has opened a so-called tickle bar where clients come to be professionally tickled. Now, if you plan on patronizing the Tickle Bar in the next year, they're located at the corner of 4th and Hayes. Just look for the out-of-business space for lease banner, and you know you found it. Target has found itself having to respond to media inquiries about chocolate-dipped Santa cookies in which St. Nick's boots have been likened to a huge black penis. More than 24 Target stores in Minnesota sold out of the controversial treat. So apparently, even though Santa lives at the North Pole, his South Pole is quite impressive. And finally, this bit of disturbing news. The content of your Facebook posts could predict whether you will develop schizophrenia or mood disorders, according to a new study.
Really?
Now, here are a few of the ways your Facebook activity might indicate you have mental problems.
Okay.
You have 500 Facebook friends, and every one of them is you.
Oh, yeah,
that's a problem.
You respond to people's posts with a berserk emoji.
The berserk emoji, yeah, that will let people know. Wow.
Your most popular photo last year was your mugshot.
That's bad.
You use the abbreviation ROFLSJ, which stands for rolling on the floor laughing in a straitjacket.
Another indicator.
Another indicator. You list your favorite hobby as arson.
Arson. Yeah, that's...
Your mother keeps denying your friend requests.
My mom.
Another indicator. Strangely, the pictures you post of your wife are the same pictures posted by your next-door neighbor of his wife.
That's crazy, yeah.
Lunatic.
When you unfriend people, no one ever sees them again.
You really unfriend them, yeah.
Psycho killer.
You keep sending friend requests to people via MySpace.
That's dated, isn't it?
MySpace. And another way you might know you have schizophrenia, finally, your beach photos show both your legs and your ankle bracelet.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Well, this is Dick Hitswater sitting in for Manny Petty. And that was some other news.
Thanks, Dick. That was appreciated. Well, that was good. Coming up, we have Joe Exotic is back in the news.
And coming up, Tom, Sports Extra. That's right.
There's more?
Oh, yeah.
And we have Allie Breen coming up.
Allie Breen's coming up.
Next.
Oh, next?
Yes.
Okay, a little early edition.
It's being said on Twitter that we have a surprise guest.
Do you know anything about that?
Do you know anything about this?
Oh, I do.
Okay. None of us do.
He just realized it right this minute that was happening.
I didn't know it had gone through.
Oh, it's a surprise to you as well. All right.
I've been working on this for a long time. It's happening? All right.
Yeah, evidently.
What is it?
Do you understand how a surprise works?
You hate surprises.
Yes, but
I know, but I enjoy doing them to people.
I hate surprises.
Yeah, but they never work out.
No.
You don't. By the way, a surprise isn't something you do to people. That's phrasing is incorrect.
I have a surprise. I'm going to stab you in the hand. That's not a surprise.
No, it'd be a surprise.
Stab.
Oh, it'd be a surprise.
Well, we'll find out what that. Right now, you know how to surprise someone with a great gift for the holiday season. This is such a good idea. There's so many. Let's face it. There's so many crappy things you can just send to people, especially when they live out of town. And you're thinking, what am I going to get them this year? A book? Here, devote 14 hours to this book that is that a topic you don't care about? No. What's the best thing you can give them, Josh?
You can give them
steaks. That's right. Not quick enough to the take. Omaha Steaks.
Omaha Steaks.
My suggestion, the Deluxe Grillers Assortment. OmahaSteaks.com. What's the code, Josh?
It's BTS.
Which stands for?
Bob Tom Show, right there in the search bars where you want to put it.
Or how did you want people to remember it?
Behind the scenes is often, but BTS.
Then do you use the T?
No,
then
you wouldn't.
It
wouldn't, right.
Let's just go with OmahaSteaks.com. The code is BTS. What are we talking about here?
We're talking about the Deluxe Grillers Assortment that includes a vast variety of entrees, sides, desserts, including those Omaha Steaks Butcher's Cut Filet Mignons. That's right.
Hello.
They're gorgeous. They're perfectly aged, hand-carved, and famously fork tender, Chickie.
Fork and tender,
Right
baby.
now, get this mouth-watering package plus 4 free burgers and a free digital meat thermometer at an exclusive price for who? For you, the Bob and Tom listener. That's right. That's a discount of over 50%. As Tom said, go to omahasteaks.com today and enter the code BTS in the search bar.
There's a whole bunch of different options you got there. I recommend, of course, the one we already mentioned. But there are many, many options. And, of course, while you're there, you're going to want to get one for yourself.
Yes.
That's the Christy Lee rule of holiday shopping.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's me.
I was looking for 40 gifts. And, well, come on. And you're the one that started this. When you go out looking for gifts, you want to get something for yourself, for God's sake. You're doing all the work.
And I say
I
add
deserve it.
on some gourmet franks, those jumbo franks there, the meat lovers lasagna, the potatoes au gratin, all kinds of wonderful items.
And you love the lasagna, I know that. It's omahasteaks.com, BTS in the search bar, right there on the front page, right at the top. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. And a great gift. Send it, and they'll send it here in the U.S. of A. to somebody that really wants them. omahasteaks.com. When we come back, we have the lovely Allie Breen. I will say this, kind of closed circuit here. I did get some of our other, often call our Peakvilles, like who calls all the time? Kostaki.
Sure, Reno, Al.
Reno.
Right.
I got them some nice Omaha
Sure.
steaks. Didn't get them for Allie.
Why is that?
She can't cook.
Self-admittedly, yeah.
Yes, yeah. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hey, bookmark this right now, bobandtom.com/live, starting Monday, January 4th. This will be the new location of the Bob and Tom live video feed, bobandtom.com/live. It'll be free. You can watch the show, and it'll be replayed throughout the day. So just a little change on where you watch it, but watching it will all be the same for you. It'll still be free at bobandtom.com/live, beginning Monday, January 4th. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The 40th anniversary of John Lennon's death was marked yesterday by Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, each posting photos of themselves with Lennon. Fans also gathered outside the New York City apartment building where Lennon was shot and killed December 8th, 1980. And musicians played in the Strawberry Field section of Central Park. George Clooney has been honored by co-stars and colleagues at the annual film benefit for the Museum of Modern Art, which, of course, was held virtually this year. Oscar-winning filmmaker Steven Soderbergh is going behind the scenes for the next Academy Awards. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences has announced that Soderbergh, Aaron Brockovich producer Stacey Scher, and award show veteran Jesse Collins have come on board to produce the 93rd Oscars telecast. And Billy Porter will join Ryan Seacrest and Lucy Hale on ABC in Times Square December 31st for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest 2020. It's going to look a lot different this year. The broadcast closed to the public, of course, due to the pandemic. Happy New Year. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bonjour, Bob and Tom.
Oh, it's
It's Pepe Lescrote.
Pepe Lescrotum. Good morning,
Hi,
Pepe.
Pepe.
¿Cómo estaré-vous with you?
Oh, we're fine.
Hi, Peppy.
I heard you were talking about my old job.
Your old job was?
Oui, collecting the non-urine.
Oh,
the
was that your
non-urine
job?
used in these fertility drugs.
Yes, it was a terrible, terrible job, and I'm glad I no longer do it.
Well, why was it so bad?
Well, you have to go around, collecting the urine. But I just wanted to call to tell you why they had to stop using it.
Why?
Well, it's a terrible, terrible thing. These babies, they were conceived and born with using the non-urine. When they came out, they would not cry when they were spanked.
They wouldn't?
No.
Why?
You had to wrap them across the hands with a ruler.
I see.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Yes, Peppy.
What are the only 3 words you need to know in French?
Oh, I know this one. That's right.
Thank you, Pepe La Scrotum.
Au revoir.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Comedian Dan St. Paul is here with us.
Bowling was an Olympic sport this last year?
Yeah, I saw that.
Bowling, Olympic. Aren't we deviating from the ancient Greeks just a tad
we are.
now?
Oh, yeah.
The javelin, the discus, but no one ever said, Ulysses, Telemachus, put on your shirts. It's league night. What are we supposed to bowl against anyway? If you're going to have Olympic bowling, let's go all the way. Let's have Olympic drag racing. Wouldn't that be great?
Sure.
Hello, racing fans. This is Jackie Stewart at the Olympic Raceway, where today America's big hope for the gold medal, Shirley Cha-Cha Muldooney, goes up against the People's Republic of China's Wang, the Terminator Hong Wen. Wang, of course, a member of Mao Zedong's pit crew in the 1972 Olympics in Munich and 5-time winner of the Peking Funny Car Championships. But both drivers will be hard-pressed to beat the time of this man, Pakistan's Big Daddy, Abdul Faisal Mohammed, in his souped-up Ford Festiva, the pride of Karachi.
I babysat a cat a couple weeks ago. It went in the show.
Then he started 8:23 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee's got the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly sunny 52, clear tonight 30, sunny 55 tomorrow, 35 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, Lord Help Our Colts with Duke Tomato.
Yeah.
What rhymes with luck? Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for joining us. There's Chick McGee. Ace Cosby's over there. Willie G's there. This is Tom speaking. Hello. Josh Arnold is, of course, at the lovely, perfect, IHateStevensinger.com sidekick desk and chair.
Look what I just got. Received.
Christy Lee just got a gift. This is our
From
surprise.
Steven Singer.
Oh, how
It's a
nice.
Very nice necklace. I know you can't see it, but I will be modeling it a little bit later on. Very nice.
This is why everybody hates Steven Singer.
Yeah,
Sends you
they send me nice, beautiful gifts. I love
There's
it.
Jessica Alsman. Hello, Jessica.
Hello.
Now, I think we're going to hook up at some point with Allie Breen here to find out what's happening with Sex in the City.
But first, speaking of sex and relationships, the quarterback for the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, Max Gilliam, has apologized for eating sushi off a nude model during an episode of the Bravo reality show Below Deck.
Oh, yeah.
The signal caller appeared on the series that chronicles life aboard a luxurious chartered yacht in an episode that aired last month, Max and Dax's Excellent Adventure. Max Gilliam being the Max in Max and Dak.
Right.
He goes on in his Instagram post. It says, I would like to apologize for my poor judgment from the TV show Below Deck and acknowledge I've made a mistake that I will learn from. While it was not my idea nor any of my friends' ideas to eat sushi off the nude model,
It's probably the producers.
I should have exercised better judgment and declined the idea immediately when it was brought up by the producers. Gilliam said he feared his brush with reality TV fame would cast UNLV and the UNLV football program in an unfavorable light.
Too late.
This is not a reflection of my character or the way I was raised, nor a reflection of the culture of UNLV
Why is he
football.
apologizing for
My
this?
father
Have you
had
seen
a
this? Have
long
you seen this
history of
show?
eating
I've seen
sushi
it.
off nude models. My grandfather ate sushi off
Have
nude
you
models.
watched Below Deck?
I have seen Below Deck.
And they've expanded it now. It's like that show where they have the boss.
Undercover boss?
Yeah, it's called Below Job. And they.
You sucked me right in there.
I've never.
They show people at work. Never mind.
I've never eaten sushi off a model. I don't think I would want to do it. But if I were to do it, I would put soy sauce in the belly button.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
then dip it in the belly. That's natural, right?
Well, as long as she has an any. What if she has an Audi? Then you got a problem.
Well, what are the odds?
What is she, a Cabbage Patch Kid? Why would she have an Audi?
You got a free because when she's an
You can have that surgically repaired.
Sure. Why would a younger guy who's a football star have to apologize for doing something outrageous?
It's because perhaps, I don't know, it's like one step away from human trafficking.
I'm sure the girl got paid. She was willing to be a sushi
like
tray.
a modeling
It's humiliating
gig.
and ridiculous.
They cover up her. Have you seen it?
No, it doesn't matter. It's the whole point of the objectification of this poor woman.
Yeah, that's what you do when you're a 20-year-old guy.
Yeah, true.
Well, if you're an idiot, and that's why he's apologizing, because someone said, hey, grow up.
He shouldn't have to apologize.
She's not a ramekin.
Well, she got paid to be a tray, and she got paid handsomely.
Yes, and she was excited
She got paid to be objectified.
That's right.
Yeah, I bet she was excited to do it.
Tom, back in the day, did you ever do body shots of a woman?
God, no.
For the right price, I'd be Chick McGee's Ottoman. Give me $800 for an hour.
Done!
You're going to have your feet over your head.
I'm not offended. I don't understand. I don't get it either.
You're such a large man.
Right. It's not comfortable.
It's
lie
way
down.
high.
Exactly.
Way thick. Yeah, okay.
I'm
Maybe
not
that was
offended
me.
by this. This woman got paid to do it. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, well, yes, yeah, okay.
She
So,
got on TV.
so do people in human trafficking. They get paid. They
She's
really
not
love
being.
it.
No, they don't get paid.
That's
They
the
don't
whole
go to a
point.
casting call so they can be a part of the
They can turn down the job.
the container can. That
No, they
put all the
can't.
other
They've
humans
got 3 kids at home starving. Just
Oh, for
Well, they
God's
knew what they signed up for. Unless he slipped a finger, then that's pretty rude.
Well, that's more than rude.
I think that's sexual assault.
battery.
Excuse me,
That was rude.
It's rude not to eat off of her because everyone else is. It's like,
I mean,
you're too
it would
good.
be rude if you said something like, took a couple really strong whiffs. Where do I stop? Yikes.
Who even complained? Who went to Twitter?
Exactly.
I'm offended by something I saw in a reality show.
Yeah, I was watching my normally below deck program.
Yeah.
I was shocked to
Because-
see
Exactly.
Everything they do on there is sensationalized.
Yes.
Were you tied to a
Everything.
chair? Why did you watch this show, Josh?
Below deck?
I don't normally watch it, no.
Is this the one where they focus on the crew and they have like a
Yeah,
soap
yeah. But
opera?
it's kind of interesting because you get to see.
Rich people acting like a-holes.
Well, I like it because I like the actual. I'm a nerd. I like to see how it actually the hierarchy of the people who work on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
And how the captain reacts to some of this stuff. But I don't watch it very often.
There is a captain and everything. Tom.
Oh, yeah.
There's a cook and
Right.
a purser and all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's and the scenery's gorgeous.
Yeah, they
usually.
go
So what is in what
Philippines
context is this part of the normal buffet? You get there early at 5 and you get to eat your sushi off of some
This was a
Filipino-
one-episode off thing.
And like the guy said, the producers came and said, "Hey, this time we're going to have a model come on. You're going to eat sushi off of her.
Right, exactly.
It'll be
Yeah.
fun."
It's going to be great.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to like the pudding dessert thing.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, God.
Tino, roll over. It's the pudding.
I want to tell you, it's the best pudding you'll ever have. But
It's amazing.
It's, the serving.
Right. We call it the dirt button. But it's really not.
We kind of knew.
Okay, sorry. That was our sports bulletin.
That's the sports bulletin.
And we could pad this and probably just do sports for the next hour and a half. I think it'd be perfectly.
Good, I'll go eat breakfast
I don't
somewhere.
have anything else. That was the last.
That was it?
That was the last bit.
Okay, so Christy, you promised a couple quick things.
Well, we have this. This year's Bad Sex Award has been canceled because its judges said the public has been exposed to too many bad things in 2020.
No, hang on one second. Are you familiar with this?
Not at all.
This
No.
is the Bad Sex Writing Awards. I thought we talked about this last year. They take novels and their sex scenes and the ones that are terribly written. They highlight.
The annual prize was
Really?
established to dissuade authors from including unconvincing, embarrassing passages of a sexual nature in otherwise sound literary novels.
So see what's going on here, John?
Yes. And
Now,
judges
This
warned
year's
that
dehumidifier goes to
authors should not see the cancellation as license to write bad sex scenes. And for our listening pleasure, we would have Josh read some of the past winners if we could.
I took the liberty of taking last year's prize winners, Didier Decoyne and Mr. John Harvey.
Yes.
John Harvey. Harvey's a 6-foot rabbit.
I took the liberty of printing these. This was awarded for bad sex writing. And I think you can read that, but I thought perhaps it would be something right up your alley, being so literary.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Might have a couple bigger words.
Do we have some music to put on?
So this comes from, there was a tie between two authors for the worst sex writing. And here's a sentence from DeCoyne's The Office of Gardens and Ponds.
Oh, hey.
Mayuki felt as though she was manipulating a small monkey that was curling up its paws.
Already.
I'd be hard pressed to even tell you what.
What are they talking about?
How is Yuki spelled?
Mayuki, Miyuki, an Asian name. Yeah. And this comes from John Harvey's PAX, P-A-X.
Oh, yeah. You want to make sure you get that it's PAX like peace as opposed to PAX like, packing. Never mind.
She was burning hot, and the heat was in him. He looked down on her perfect black slenderness. Her eyes were ravenous. Like his own, they were fire and desire. More than torrid, more than tropical. They, too, were riding the equator.
Oh, that's some bad writing right there.
They embraced as if with violent holding they could weld the two of them into one.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah. You ever feel like you ever wear a welding mask in the bedroom? I can't figure out the small monkey curling up its paws. What's that supposed to be?
What does that mean?
Yeah, a monkey
felt as though she was manipulating a small monkey that was curling up its paws.
Yes. My cat will lay on her back and kind of do this motion, like meow. So maybe a monkey's like.
Oh, what's the monkey?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why that would wean. Oh,
yeah. Why would it?
For it? I don't know.
So their point is they canceled the bad sex writing awards this year, saying that it's been such a bad
year anyway.
Oh, they don't want to.
Let's not point out even more bad things.
Yeah, and then the Real People Bad Sex Awards. You're looking at me like you don't know what those are.
No.
Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby.
Oh,
well, they're Lifetime Achievement Awards winners, yeah.
Never mind. Let's see now. Coming up, we have some other treats.
Evidently a surprise coming up in an hour.
We have a great surprise coming up in less than an hour.
Okay.
We've been working on this for quite a time. Everyone's going to be very happy.
Everyone's going to be happy.
Won't Allie be surprised when she calls and the phone is busy?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she missed her call in now.
You're going to start calling out people for not doing their jobs. Who didn't tell Allie 820? Huh?
Right.
Check local listings. We'll find out coming up. Also, we're going to get some nice Christmassy requests in for you. Holiday season requests.
Here's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Well, I'm not going to play Rudolph. Okay. In the meantime, Christy, what else have you got over there?
William Shakespeare, speaking of
Billy Shakes,
literary figures, was one of the first people to receive the newly approved COVID-19 vaccine in the UK.
See this guy on TV?
No kidding.
On Tuesday, the 81-year-old from Warwickshire had the injection at University Hospital Coventry, 20 miles from the birthplace of his namesake. 90-year-old grandmother Margaret Keenan was the first person in the world to receive the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine outside of a trial after it was approved. The news engendered a slew of pun-filled jokes from Twitter users, as you can imagine.
About the Shakespeare guy?
Oh, yeah. The Taming of the Flu.
Oh, sure.
The Two Gentlemen of Corona.
Oh, very good one. Yeah.
Some asked if Margaret Keenan was patient 1A, then was Shakespeare patient 2B or not 2B.
Oh, very good.
Why aren't you just screaming with laughter? This
love
is
these.
right up your alley.
Did you see this on TV? This guy actually prefers this guy. His parents named him William Shakespeare.
Wow.
First of all, thanks, Mom and Dad. I'm going to spend the rest of my life dealing with that. He typically goes by the name Francis Bacon.
Does he?
So,
oh boy, the old controversies.
Being named Shakespeare, it must have some cons, but being named Shakespeare must have a lot of pros.
Must, yeah, there must be plenty.
We're going to say a quick hello to Allie Breen and then bring her back in a moment.
Okay.
Allie, are you wearing your pajamas? What's going on over there?
Yeah, I just woke up. My alarm didn't go off, so I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. That's okay. Now,
Well, we
where
fired somebody.
Are you in New York City today?
Yes, I'm in New York. Yeah. I am.
Okay. Do you wear perfume, by the way? Just
Sometimes.
Okay. I'm asking because yesterday we had an interesting news story about a perfume I think that will be associated with New York City. Christy, do you remember the perfume I'm
Sarah
talking
Jessica Parker perfume.
A woman was jogging in Australia wearing the Sarah Jessica Parker perfume, and she was attacked by a kangaroo that was apparently stalking her, and the park ranger said it's because of her perfume. So that was kind of a weird
That makes it
oddity.
seem... Yeah, that makes it seem like it smells like something's pee, which is probably fitting of New York.
Yeah, a kangaroo pee. I don't know. Well, when we come back, we're going to visit with you, Allie. So,
yes, perfect.
Do you have some letters about romance in the big city and the small city and the farm? Okay.
All right.
All around.
We'll certainly look forward to that. And Christy, what have you got coming up?
Well, we have more coronavirus news. We have no alcohol for those in Russia getting the vaccine, and 4 lions test positive. And Joe Exotic, kind of timely, all in the news.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to remind you that the FBI has a couple quick reminders for you, which is that in the era of COVID, all kinds of very serious problems are happening in the realm of cybercrime. Therefore, you are advised to check out something called LifeLock. LifeLock is the leader in identity theft protection. LifeLock can help detect a wide range of identity threats. For example, your social security number could be for sale right now on the dark web. LifeLock's out there looking. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. LifeLock's out there trying to help you feel kind of warm and protected in this holiday season because cybercrime way up, especially during the holidays. So be very careful. Make sure you have multiple passwords. Be very careful out there. A good friend of mine had his identity stolen last year. Gigantic pain. But LifeLock also has a staff that when something does go wrong, they'll help you get your life back. Save up to 25% in your first year. By the way, LifeLock is very inexpensive. Go to LifeLock.com or call 1-800-LifeLock using the promo code TOM25 for that bigger discount. That's 25% off at LifeLock.com, the promo code TOM25. When we come back, it'll be Allie Breen and what's going on in the world of human sexuality and a huge surprise coming up in about 35, 40 minutes. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Hey, did you guys hear the Bob and Tom Show is moving?
Well, it's about time.
Well, no, we're not going away. We're just moving to a different place starting Monday, January 4th.
That's right. You can still watch the show from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time, but instead of YouTube, you're going to go to bobandtom.com/live.
That's right. Catch a replay of the show as it loops throughout the day until the next morning show.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So the only thing I need to remember is I can still watch the show live each morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. But instead of YouTube, I go to bobandtom.com/live.
Exactly.
Check.
Yay.
We're moving in together.
Yay!
No, we're not.
I call the top bunk.
I call first shower.
I call the kitchen. Oh.
Okay. Christy, you're sleeping in the toilet.
Great. What's new?
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Hey, don't forget, you can always reach us, Bob and Tom, at bobandtom.com is the email address. I go through all the emails. That's what I do here when I'm not talking to you. So keep in mind, if you send us an email, we'll try to get the request on for you. Of course, it's holiday time, so there's lots of great Bob and Tom holiday hits in the archives, songs, bits, funny things that happen during the holiday times, and we'd be happy to share them with you or the loved one in your life if you have a request. Again, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. And we'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up, perhaps with a few of your requests.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Lamar Jackson, 94 yards and a touchdown on the ground. And the Ravens emerged from a COVID-19 outbreak to beat the Cowboys 34-17 last night. Returning from a one-game absence after testing positive for the virus, Jackson carried 13 times and threw for 2 scores. He was one of 23 Ravens to spend time on the virus list, while 4 different strains of COVID swept through the Ravens organization. College football, Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and Ohio State hold the top 4 spots in the college football playoff rankings for the 3rd straight week. And the Michigan Wolverines have canceled Saturday's annual football showdown with Ohio State, citing a rising number of COVID cases within the Wolverine program. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh said his players were very disappointed to not be facing the number 3 Buckeyes, who would be heavily favored. The season-ending grudge match, known simply as the game, will not be played for the first time in 102 years. And the PGA Tour plans to start the new year with spectators. There just won't be very many, and the views will be limited. The Century Tournament of Champions is offering 2 ticket options for Kapalua tournament organizers. Don't expect more than about 200 or 300 fans, and they will have views of the 18th hole, but won't be allowed to walk the rest of the plantation course. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, if you want to see a real nag of a thoroughbred, be sure to watch Shark Tank and keep your eye out for that Barbara. She normally sits on the end, never bids on anything.
Yeah.
Unless it has a free salt lick that comes with it.
Oh.
You'd think being a billionaire, she'd get some work done to put herself out the pasture, but
Guys are
on
terrible.
top of that, she's got about the personality of a stubborn mule. Makes Judge Judy look like a peach when you think about it.
Yeah, I guess, sure.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Checking Bob and Tom. Tom's all strapped in and ready to go. They're going to take him up to the platform.
Yeah, I'm about 80 feet off the ground, and I want to die.
You're almost at the top there, Tom.
Okay, my eyes are closed. Holy hell, I'm going to die. Okay. God, I'm having fun.
You want us to count you down, Tom?
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, this is funny. Oh, this is great. Oh, please, Lord, stop this damn thing. Oh, funny.
Jane, how do you stop
Hilarious.
this crazy thing?
Hilarious.
Oh,
Oh, great. I didn't need these blue jeans anyway.
844 at Q95 is the Bob and Tom.
What'd I miss?
Not the snack. That's still happening.
Peanut butter pretzels, they're fresh, Christy.
Oh,
yeah, baby.
Strong.
Could we get a quick update on the weather forecast?
Sure. We'll see some sunshine today, 52. Sunny tomorrow, 55. Right now, sunny, 35. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Take that.
Now, I will remind you that the Christmas Nights of Lights happening at night, of course, at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. It's very cool. Feel all Christmassy and stuff. It's
I loved it.
Yeah, it's great. I've been twice.
Yeah, this year at night, yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time in Harbor Springs, we shot off the 4th of July fireworks at noon by mistake. Whoops. Yeah, it's at night. Fairgrounds, check it out. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Okay, hello, Omaha. The women are taking over this show.
All right,
I
finally.
look up on the big screen, and I see Jessica Alsman with the, how do I describe her skin, Josh?
Alabaster, isn't that what you say?
No, I
I've
didn't
got
say
more of
that.
a pink tone.
There we go. Looks very nice.
You've said alabaster.
Yeah, you said alabaster skin, and then I said that sounds like Hannibal Lecter's mentor, alabaster skin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Very good. Okay,
There
sorry.
is an alabaster paint color.
Okay, then we got blonde number 1, Christy Lee with the fringe.
Yeah, about to get a cut today.
Got the bangs. The fringe looks very
I like
nice.
the long bangs. I like it.
Long?
Me too.
Oh, yeah, but you can't see.
Oh, no, it gives that I don't care look.
Yeah.
I'm dangerous.
Very sexy.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's me.
Let's take a chance. 27 degrees, the back seat of a 68 Camaro.
Take it easy.
I like all of this.
Okay, then we have blonde number 2. She's the lovely comedian Allie Breen, and Allie has taken on the duties of trying to help people with romance. We've got some letters here. By the way, during the break, Allie, you were on screen, and Ace goes, "Wow, Allie's TV thing that looks like it's really dusty."
Oh, yeah, that's very true, Ace. Thanks for
Not much
noticing.
of
I appreciate it.
And then actually, Allie, we were talking on the air. I got.
Isn't Ace a joy?
It's always nice when your house is criticized by a hoarder.
Yep.
Ace literally has hundreds and hundreds of VCR tapes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. But I got the likes of our other call-in regulars, such as yourself. I got them the nice Omaha Steaks packages, but I didn't get one for you, Allie, because you don't cook.
I cook on a Foreman grill, though. I could actually do a steak.
Oh, you really could?
There you go.
Well,
Yeah, that's the one thing I can do is anything on a Foreman. I literally throw everything on that thing.
Do you have a freezer that's big enough to hold a bunch of Omaha Steaks?
Yeah, you'd have to give me the smaller package of steaks. I don't know if I can hold all of them in there.
No, maybe I should send them to your sister in Atlanta. When you go down there, she can cook for you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe some beef. How about send her just some beef tips? Maybe some small tips.
And put just the tips on the message.
Yeah.
Just the tip.
I'm sorry. We'll think of another present for you, Allie. In the meantime, what's our first letter? What's going on over there?
Dear Allie, the other day I commented so sexy on my boyfriend's Instagram post. Then I realized that I did it from my fake account that I used to stalk his ex.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
No big deal. He would never know it's me. Then, however, he slid into my fake account's DMs. WTF. Should I string him along as this girl that I pretend to be or confront him right away? It's so shady. I just don't know how to handle it.
Wait a minute.
This will not end well.
Wait a minute. Time out. There's no way she accidentally put so sexy in her fake account. She did this on purpose to see what he would do.
You think so?
Absolutely. There's no way you can convince me otherwise.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Well, you're living in a fool's paradise.
But I'm going to say you're going to string him along with this fake character regardless of what we say right now.
Oh, you think?
I think that goes without saying about every aspect of this show. I think that's obvious.
They don't really listen to us.
I'm sorry. Well, first of all, life's tough enough without dealing with crap like this. This is
Who has time for all this drama and game
This is way too much work.
God.
Right, and before you say what he's doing is shady, take a look in the mirror.
Yeah.
You're shady. You too are shady.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, who makes a fake Instagram to stalk people? You just use your show account that you share with a few of your friends.
There you go.
You know, I mean, I was looking at Josh's fake account, beavercam.josh.com.
Yeah, that's no fake account. That's a good side hustle.
Get your side hustle.
No, I think Josh did. If you're doing this, something's wrong. Or Christy, I guess you said that. That's.
Well, I don't know who said it, but I didn't think
You
I
both suck. You're doomed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you deserve each other. Look at it that way, maybe.
At least
or
you're
it
not
could
Yeah,
be
but
like,
they'll have kids, and the kids will suffer.
or it could be like the Pina Colada song, you know, where they, I knew it was you all along. Oh, remember that?
Wait,
Escape.
That'll happen.
God, I hate that song. I wish that
I agree.
ended with
Rupert
a random
Holmes.
shooting.
You guys are so romantic.
I like that song, Christy.
Thank you.
I saw it was my lovely lady.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
There's pina colada juice all over the blood. Okay, next letter.
Wow. Wait, can I just point out that Christy said, well, then they're going to have kids and and Josh said suffer and Chick said suck.
Bingo. There you go.
My favorite line at a wedding. One of the great DJs in the past from this station, Steve Cooper.
Yes.
Great guy.
Super duper Steve Cooper.
We were at a wedding, and Coop leaned over to me and he goes, well, now that these two are married, that'll save 2 other people from having their lives ruined.
I thought you came up with that. You said that to me at a wedding.
It's a great line. It's Coop line. Coop gave me that one. Oh, that's great. And by that, yeah, and that marriage.
Did that marriage last?
No, not even close.
Oh, man.
It was a rough one.
Oh, is this the one I'm thinking of that she worked here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Although the history of that is bleak.
Even worse.
Well, she finally killed him.
Let's get on to our other letter, please.
Dear Allie, my boyfriend proposed to me over Thanksgiving, and we're planning a wedding in a year and a half. The problem is his family is full of fall-down drunks, and my family are born-again Christians. It's not going to be a good introduction. Even if we don't do open bar, I'm sure they'll just bring in flasks. They'll probably even bring them if we do open bar. What should I do?
Elope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to elope.
Got to elope. Or you're just going to have to deal with it because it's going to...
It'll be fine. Just make sure that there's not a live microphone anywhere at the reception.
Oh, put them everywhere, actually.
That's what I say. Get 6 cameras. Let the good times roll.
Yeah. Also, what's the point of going to a wedding if you're not going to black out? I mean, you go to weddings to black out, take your shirt off on the dance floor.
And meet a bridesmaid, right, Willie?
Oh, my gosh. They don't like me.
I thought everybody got lucky at weddings. I thought that's why people went.
Well, Christy, I know you're the only one that takes a catcher's mitt to a wedding.
Ouch.
Is there anyone who wants to go to a wedding who gets a wedding invitation and goes, yes, I get to go to a wedding?
I think women do.
Yeah.
Women believe in the fairy tale.
More rude than inviting somebody to a wedding.
Yes.
Rude.
Thank you.
Oh, you love me so much you want me there on your special day?
The only thing more rude than being invited is being asked to be in the wedding party. That's the
and buy your own
thing you can
got to
do.
buy your own dress, and you got to fly.
This is such a guy-girl thing, isn't it? This is
If I ever get married, there will be no wedding parties. Yep.
I campaigned to be in a wedding before. I was like, I'll be a bridesmaid. You need to even this out. I'll do it. And then,
Boy, that is tragic.
Yeah.
Now, Josh, have you ever been in a wedding?
Yeah, plenty. Yeah. Yes, plenty.
And what was your role? Ring bearer?
I've been best man. I've been...
ring bearer?
That's right. I had onion rings in my pocket.
That's so... I'm sorry.
He's so happy.
Clapping.
Now he's taking credit for you saying, you know he is.
Allie, do you have time to come back in a few minutes? I'm enjoying this so much. We have to take a shot.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever been in a wedding, Allie?
Oh, yeah, too many of them.
Yes,
it's like
too
the years
many.
after college. Yeah, you're in way too many.
It's even
I
worse
agree
for
with you
women. They
guys.
have to buy dresses.
How does that work? You have to... do you have to pay for the dress? Or does
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a...
Do you have any of your bridesmaid dresses still?
No, they're all hideous. Yeah, you don't keep them. You get rid of them. You burn them right after you wear them. They're terrible.
Them all.
There's
On
nothing else.
display.
Yeah.
You've got all of yours, Olsman?
All of them. There's one with a fur little
Oh,
coat.
you are like the girl in 27
wow.
Dresses. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I was
There's one
25,
with
though.
a fur part of it?
Yeah, it was a winter, so it was like a little fur shawl. It was really cute. It totally
Like the one that Sonny Bono wears when they sing "I Got You,
No,
Babe."
that's a
fur
vest.
vest.
No, that's
Grey
different.
Gardens.
Okay. All right, Allie, stick around.
Wearing sweatpants.
You might want to dust off your TV thing for Ace before we come back to you. I assume you don't have any cleaning stuff in your house either.
You are
Probably
mean.
not, but I have a paper towel.
I might want to hit that once or twice a year. Okay. Jesus.
We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hey, Floyd. Mark Allison with you on a Wednesday, December 9th, 2020. Socially distancing here, and we've got a mystery guest on the way. It's very exciting. We can't give you any details because that would be giving away the mystery, but let's just say we'll know shortly. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. 9:20 Eastern Time is when the guest should arrive or zoom in, but I don't want to give up any secrets.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The Trump administration has dived back into Capitol Hill's confusing COVID-19 negotiations, offering a $916 billion package to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi that adds a $600 direct payment to most Americans, actually $600 for individuals, $1,200 for couples, which is half the payment that was delivered by the March pandemic relief bill. U.S. regulators have released their first scientific evaluation of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine and confirmed it offers strong protection. That sets the stage for the government to greenlight the biggest vaccination effort in the nation's history. A panel of Food and Drug Administration advisors will meet tomorrow to decide whether to allow emergency use to vaccinate millions of Americans with the Pfizer formula. A final FDA decision and the first shots could follow within just days. And 50 people won the Massachusetts lottery game Mass Cash on Sunday, a record according to the state lottery agency. For $1, players of the game choose 5 numbers between 1 and 35 and mark the choice on a slip. 50 people chose the winning combination of numbers. Usually, the jackpot for the game is $100,000, but when total prizes exceed a certain percentage of sales follow that, they use a formula to determine the prize amount. So what did your dollar get you? Well, if you matched, you'll take home more than $48,000. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, if you want to see a real nag of a thoroughbred, be sure to watch Shark Tank and keep your eye out for that Barbara. She normally sits on the end, never bids on anything.
Yeah.
Unless it has a free salt lick that comes with it.
Oh.
You'd think being a billionaire, she'd get some work done and put herself out the pasture, but
Guys are
on
terrible.
top of that, she's got about the personality of a stubborn mule. Makes Judge Judy look like a peach when you think about it.
Yeah, I guess, sure.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
From the people who brought you Cowbell's greatest hits, Bob and Tom Records presents the greatest oohs, ahs, and ohs in the history of rock and roll. You'll get Journey. You'll get Cat Stevens and Wild World. You'll get Paul McCartney. It's the Eagles. It's the greatest oohs, ahs, and ohs in the history of rock and roll. It's the Steve Miller Band. Peter Frampton. Oohs, ahs, and ohs, and the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. The greatest oohs, ahs, and ohs in the history of rock and roll, including whoever the hell this is. It's the greatest oohs, ahs, and ohs in the history of rock and roll. Act now and get Indianapolis Colts announcer Ted Marchibroda with the greatest oohs, ahs, and ohs in the history of play-by-play.
Thank you, David. 9 o'clock at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
And Christy Lee, quick forecast?
Yeah, some sunshine today, 52. Sunny tomorrow, 55. 35 now.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Josh, I'd like you to help me here. Now, Josh, do you know what to do if you're injured at work?
I do. I would reach for a hammer.
See, I gave Christy the button. No, you don't reach for a hammer.
No, not at all.
Any other ideas?
Yeah, I asked somebody what my case is.
No, to find out what your work injury is worth, Josh, you need a work injury lawyer, doesn't he, Tom?
Okay. Sorry, Josh. Christy has the button, and she really seemed to enjoy that. Come on, the right answer, Glitco and Daly, the work injury lawyers. How do you find them? Well, you go to IndianaWorkers.com, of course. Glitco and Daly, or I guess you can just drive by. They're right over there on Meridian Street. No, not too far from the Dairy Queen. That'd be a great day. Go to Glitco and Daly, then go to DQ, get yourself some... Oh, I'm getting off topic.
Yes, you are.
Glitco and Daly are the work injury lawyers. They're not affiliated with Dairy Queen, but you'll find them at IndianaWorkers.com.
Oh, look, I'm so conditioned I started coughing.
Where was I? I lost my place. Let's do the introductions. Ladies first. Jessica Alsman of the alabaster skin, the blue eyes, and the jet black hair.
Hello.
Getting a live assist from some inkjet dye. Christy Lee's the blonde down there in the lower left. The blonde in the upper right. That's the lovely Allie Breen. Now, Allie, we were making fun of the fact that Ace pointed out that your bureau behind you is rather dusty.
I cleaned. I cleaned it. You guys shamed me into cleaning it.
During the break, we saw you cleaning it. Okay,
I got a disinfecting wipe and wiped it down.
Okay, can you hold your mic a little closer to your face?
Sorry.
There we go. That's better. Okay, very good, very good. We've got
I woke up.
Josh, Chick, let's see, Ace, I'm Tom, there's Willie. We have a super special surprise coming up in about 10 minutes. But first, Allie, we really need to get one more letter in and find out what's going on. I should point out that people can reach Allie Breen by going to any of the typical social media sources. It's ALLIBREEN. Tell us your love troubles. What have you got,
And what's
Allie?
your OnlyFans, Allie?
I have no OnlyFans. I haven't sunk that low yet.
It's not low.
Is that the porn?
Well, I mean, I haven't got that desperate yet. That's what I should say. It's not
doesn't
low.
necessarily have to be porn.
Leaving money on the table.
Yeah, you can show as much or as little as you want.
You can just show your feet.
Yeah, people will pay for it.
Oh, I would do an OnlyFans for feet. That was not bad.
Don't even, I mean,
Oh,
look,
Allie.
let me run it for you. Give me 10%. That's not my thing, but making money is. And
he wants to do this
Josh
with
has
someone.
been begging women around here to do it.
To do the feet?
No, any OnlyFans. Yeah.
Okay, well,
any sort of OnlyFans.
let's get away from feet. Get back to love, the world of love. Allie, what have we got out there?
Dear Allie, my girlfriend hates that I'm into fantasy football and makes plans for us on Sundays and Mondays so that I always have to miss games.
Oh.
When I complain, she tells me to grow up. Is it too much to ask that I just have those days this season to watch and play in peace?
No, it's not too much to ask. She's being unreasonable.
She is trying to control your relationship because she fears you. So I would.
Oh, well.
That got deep.
It sounds like somebody went to college.
Seriously,
Real psychological
she probably
analysis.
fears that you're gonna, leave her or break up with her or something. So if she controls your actions and tells you what to do, you'll stick around.
Maybe you can talk to her. Look, I know this is going to be the sort of sentimental answer to this, but maybe make a fantasy team with her, and you guys can do it together.
Yeah, or even ask her for advice. Go, hey, do I start Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson this week? What do you think? She'll get into it.
Yeah,
that'll ruin it for you.
It sure will. But I wanted to give.
Why don't women let guys have their thing? I don't understand that.
Well, especially now when there's so little to get excited about.
Right.
Have your day. Have fun.
Let him do it. Go find your girlfriends and do something else. Jeez.
So insecure that she has to be the only thing in his life.
That's right. I'm telling you.
Here's what you do. I've got this fixed. Get her number, give it to Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Josh will start her porno site about her, what's it called again?
Oh, OnlyFans, yeah.
Her OnlyFans page with just her feet.
Well, whatever she wants to do. I just want the OnlyFans commission.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's your commission?
10%. Well, it depends on what she looks like. If she's an uggo, then 80%.
He's not going to make much money.
Right.
And then it'll be under the auspices of your umbrella organization, beavercam.com.
That's exactly right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Beavercam.josh.com, sorry. Back to you, Allie. Yeah, this woman's awful.
Yeah,
this
she's
guy
very awful.
Needs his private time.
That is a shame.
He needs to find somebody
feel
to
for you.
break up.
I would think that's good to wash your hands of your boyfriend every once in a while. Get him, in front of the TV for a full day.
Right.
Enjoy your day off.
Yeah, she can clean the house or something, right, Josh?
Don't you dare bring me into that kind of...
Yeah, she can pick up that house. Jeez. I mean, no. Wow.
Josh, the other day in private, you kept telling me how women's...
Because now later on, did you hear what Josh Arnold said on the radio? He said women should be cleaning houses.
Hey, and maybe, I wonder if Allie's going to be on my side on this one. Chick, do you have that story about the guy that apologized for eating sushi off some person?
Oh, yeah, Max Gilliam, the quarterback of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, the Wolfpack. He ate sushi off a nude model during the reality show Bravo's Below Deck. And he's apologizing for eating the sushi off the...
And I'm saying, of course, that's a horrible
who's he apologizing to? Yeah. He's apologizing to the woman or his girlfriend or everybody?
There are people
who were upset, but...
I mean, it's objectifying this poor woman.
She was totally fine with it.
She got paid to do it.
A willing participant.
But you could get... You can pay people, they'll do almost anything for the right price.
Yes.
And your point?
Yeah, but as far as
You don't think it's objectifying this poor gal?
Maybe she likes it.
Yeah, as long as there's no wasabi, I don't see any issue with it.
Maybe, you don't know. Maybe she's an exhibitionist.
Did you say as long as there's no wasabi in the
Yeah, as long as there's
parts?
no wasabi on, not just anywhere. Wasabi on your skin, that's going to give you a rash.
I would think, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I always thought those girls had like a plexiglass. The ones I have seen
They're
had a
supposed
plexiglass
to.
But that isn't
on top
the
of
issue.
them.
The issue. Hi.
I think they're wrapped
as a
in
human
saran
being,
wrap.
you're
I
nothing
think
more
it's
than
like
a platter to me.
You know, this is like when the little people used to be thrown.
I know.
It was called dwarf tossing.
Right,
Yes,
you're right.
Yes.
What
And
if they
That is
liked
crazy
it?
that ever existed.
The little people were up for it.
I
The
feel like
people
we're
that were
comparing,
doing it
we're
were up
comparing
for it.
apples to dwarf tossing.
I'm just saying. They're both meaning
Comparing sushi to
As
dwarf.
much as it pays me to say it, chick is making it the exact same point.
They're demeaning part of a certain part of society. You feel they're demeaned, but they don't feel that way.
I wouldn't take part in that.
A dwarf toss?
Yeah, not at all.
Even
What
though
about-
the dwarf lives on tips, you wouldn't do that.
That's
you wouldn't
fine.
help him out.
What about eating
I
sushi
might
off
tip
a
them and not
naked
throw
woman?
them.
Oh,
Now,
you wouldn't throw
Would
them.
you eat meatloaf off of a model?
I'd eat. I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say here. Is it?
Yeah, it depends on what the dish
If it's
is.
only savory food, I would never eat a dessert off a model.
Yeah, there's no dairy. You got to get more cheese.
Too sweet, too sweet.
So what are your thoughts on this, Allie? Don't you think it's just demeaning to this woman?
No, if she's up for it. Besides, if a woman's going to totally.
like
if
saying,
a woman's
well,
gonna strip.
Well,
Right.
Danny Thomas said she liked it. Of course, he gave her 10 grand and a glass table.
Well, that's a totally different thing.
No, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
This was some woman who doesn't shave her armpits complaining on social media, and she's just upset because no one would ever eat anything off of her.
Right. And these women are beautiful. It's very tastefully done.
No, there's no way to
it's
tastefully do
artsy.
this.
It's very artsy.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I would prefer that. If a woman's going to strip, you got to work hard up there. If you just got to lay down and let someone eat sushi off you,
No
I
joke,
prefer that
right?
any day.
Seriously.
You just got a bunch of new fans, by the way. I'm out of sushi, but this will.
What if the platter, if you will,
Yes.
has an episode of gas while she's working?
Yeah, that would be bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What about that, Tom?
It might not be great to refer to her as the platter. That might be a problem.
I'm just trying to speak the lingo of this world. If the platter's okay with it,
Allie's right. What if the prop?
I can just hear her.
Didn't I use the word objectifying?
I can just hear her now. Well, I was making six figures until somebody complained about it, and now I can't be a part of the display anymore.
Yeah, yell at the woman for
Why
doing
am I
it.
yelling? I don't know.
Yeah, now I got to get an office job.
Okay.
Where you can be sexually harassed by your
Tom,
boss.
there are plenty of people on your side of the argument. Don't feel alone.
Of course there are,
Yeah.
but
Did you ever participate in the dwarf tossing thing?
Never. I wouldn't go to a bar if they advertised it.
I
That's
would
not for
do
me.
it. I would do it in a minute.
Why?
you would toss a dwarf?
Absolutely.
chick.
As hard as my little baby arms could throw it. I'm as weak as a kitten, but I'd give it a shot.
No.
Welcome to our new segment, Minefield.
Thank you.
No, I'm taking the mantle of your father on the wrong side of history.
My favorite place to be. You know, Josh, we could probably get, since you're in favor of this eating off of a person, we could probably get like 5 models and line them up, and you could do like a lazy Susan.
Can they all, if they're all named Susan?
Oh,
God,
and they
we'll
just
do
go,
it.
I don't want to really.
Bring in the lazy Susan.
I don't want to work today.
You can't start with the dessert. We have to start with the salad.
On one of those playground merry-go-round things.
Oh, man.
No, I don't think I would. Honestly, I don't think I would partake in eating sushi off of a model. But I'm all for the people's right to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that whoever was offended by this is choosing to be offended by it.
This is 2 steps away from hunting other human beings.
No, it's
Which
not.
I am in favor of.
Yes.
And by the way,
is America.
I know you might not believe this, but The Hunt with Betty Gilpin is a wonderful movie.
Okay.
It really is.
Allie, I'll be working on trying to figure out a present for you, since I don't think a box of steaks really suits your personality and the fact that you have no cookware in your home.
Well, have you bothered asking her what she might like?
That's no fun.
Yeah, I prefer to get surprised by a big box of condoms with Tom's head on it. That's what I got one year for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
You got those? That was last year, wasn't it?
No, it's been a couple years now.
Okay. Oh.
What's your boyfriend? What is he and his other girlfriend planning to get you for Christmas?
Yikes.
You see, he's got
They're
help.
working hard on it.
He's got help, Tom said.
I am
You gotta
so
give him some
uncomfortable.
good ideas.
Okay, you can. Go ahead.
He usually does some little piece of jewelry or something. Well, I'll keep you posted. Yeah.
Let's just hope the card has your name on it.
Yeah.
You guys.
Merry Christmas,
As he
Noreen.
sneaks into your DMs disguised as josh.beavercam.josh.
Well, you sure are dragging me into a lot of your jokes today.
Kicking and screaming.
Allie, if you marry this guy, do you promise that you're going to make Josh be part of the wedding party?
I 100% will. I'm going to make him give a speech. It's going to be uncomfortable for everybody.
Okay,
I'll get
great.
speed. All right, yeah.
You can reach Allie. It's Allie Breen. It's ALLIBREEN. And send us your love troubles. You can see we're going to really be helpful. Thank you very much. Huge surprise on the way. Thank you, Allie. I do want to remind you that here's something you got to get done. It's wintertime, et cetera, et cetera. No matter where you are, right now at Napa, you can get the famous 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil and a premium platinum filter for $22.98. That's right, $22.98. Because why would you get one without the other? They just make sense together. Well, they got you a great stocking stuffer, Ted. It's a platinum filter.
All right.
But what about no, you get them both together. Pick up Napa's full synthetic and a platinum filter for just $22.98 from our friends at Napa. General States pricing. Sales price does not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees, but it does include someone with a lot of Napa know-how from our friends at Napa. This offer ends New Year's Eve 2020, so act right now. The platinum filter and the full synthetic motor oil in the 5-quart jug from our friends at Napa. Coming up, super surprise.
Yay.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, after the Bob and Tom Show, we roll right into Bob and Tom's work, farce, all the fun without really that much effort. Ace Cosby, your host. Keep your smile going all day. Keep those coworkers guessing what's making you so happy. Perhaps you're working from home and the family's like, why is Dale so happy all day? It's us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Again, Ace Cosby up after the show with Bob and Tom's work farce. Stay tuned for that, won't you?
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The 40th anniversary of John Lennon's death was marked yesterday by Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, each posting photos of themselves with Lennon. Fans also gathered outside the New York City apartment building where Lennon was shot and killed December 8th, 1980. And musicians played in the Strawberry Fields section of Central Park. George Clooney has been honored by co-stars and colleagues at the annual film benefit for the Museum of Modern Art, which, of course, was held virtually this year. Oscar-winning filmmaker Steven Soderbergh is going behind the scenes for the next Academy Awards. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences has announced that Soderbergh, Aaron Brockovich producer Stacey Scher, and award show veteran Jesse Collins have come on board to produce the 93rd Oscars telecast. And Billy Porter will join Ryan Seacrest and Lucy Hale on ABC in Times Square December 31st for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest 2020. It's going to look a lot different this year. The broadcast closed to the public, of course, due to the pandemic. Happy New Year. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
We pause from the Chip McGee Sports broadcast.
Ask everybody how they're doing before you
For
start.
the Christy Lee joke of the day.
So I went to a beekeeper to get.
You went to a beekeeper?
You're already killing, Christy.
She went to a beekeeper. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to a beekeeper to get 12 bees. I don't know if you guys are knowing that, but I'm really into bees now. And he counted, and he had given me 13. And I said, sir, you gave me an extra. And he goes, that's a freebie.
Yeah! You
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin' Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nuttin' Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin' Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, internet porn.
Oh.
Well, there's
photography.
People don't go, photography. People don't go to porn shops anymore.
No?
Because of the internet.
Oh, that's true.
But I think you miss out on the social aspect.
Is there a social aspect to that?
Yeah, well, you avoid eye contact. Try to hide your titles. Tranny. Oh, no, I was working on my car. The other day, though, I was watching gay porn.
Uh-oh.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I was watching pro wrestling.
919 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, hello, hello. A little surprise coming up. Don't go anywhere. Yes. Christy Lee is right over there. I can see her. She's got a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We'll see partly cloudy skies. That means sunshine. High 52. Clear tonight down to 30. Currently 35.
Thank you very much. This evening, 11:30. It's Bob and Tom Tonight. My NDTV 23, please. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Trying to get the launch code set here because we have a little surprise coming up.
We're going to shoot off a rocket?
Yeah, you meant that literally?
Are we going to be amazingly disappointed?
Rockets would be cool.
Okay.
I love rockets.
So sometimes things are a little tricky, so we got to have both keys, and we both have to twist them at the same time. I will do some introductions here. The ladies would include Jessica Alsman.
Hello.
She's the lady in blue, and with the blue eyes.
Yes.
Christy Lee with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. And then, let's see, Ace Cosby with the...
salt and pepper hair, really is.
Yes, it is kind of salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Although Ace, even though he has an incredibly full head of hair, insists on wearing a cap all the time. Just a
man of mystery.
I believe I have a windbag.
Before we get to that, there's Chick. I'm Tom. That's Willie G.
A windbag for Willie.
Oh, what happened? What'd I do?
Well, is this the first Willie windbag?
Wait a second. Do we have our guest available right now? We have our mystery voice apparently on the hotline.
Oh, it's on the phone.
If you could say hello, sir.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello. How are you today?
Anybody recognize that voice? Okay.
I don't.
I'll give you a hint. He was texting me all day the other day. God, I couldn't get him to stop.
Joe Theismann?
Yeah, blowing up my phone too. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Oh, hey, Seven, what's going on?
It's legendary football great Joe Theismann joining us on the phone.
That was a good
texting everybody, and I've tried to reach Chick. He won't answer my texts.
That's
I don't know what I did.
I
I'm trying to figure out what I did. I tried to wish him a happy Thanksgiving. No response.
That's not true.
So I figured, okay, if Chick's not going to answer me, I'll just text everybody else on the show and say hi.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Great to catch up with everybody.
It sure was.
Yeah, Joe, Chick came in obviously very excited about the Washington football team.
Which Mr. Theismann more or less predicted earlier in the day.
Yeah, we talked about that too. But and I just asked, hey, did Joe text you? And Chick said no. So we just all day long going, God, Theismann will not stop. He's blowing up my phone.
It was real funny.
I had a lot of time on my hands. Let's put it that way.
Now, Chick has actually already started purchasing the new gear. Do you think that the Washington football team will just keep that name forever, or do you think this is an interim thing?
I think it's an interim thing, and I hope it's an interim thing. We have an identity called the Washington football team, and I do like Jason Wright is our new president, and having had conversations with him, I think he's done the right thing as the name has been changed. Take time to really think about what you want the football team to be called. I hope it doesn't stay Washington football team. I want to see another name for us, and I'd like to see a logo for us. And so those two things are being considered, and they're taking their time doing it, which I think is the right thing to do. I mean, there's no sense rushing into it because you're probably going to upset somebody if you do something in a hurry.
Yeah, in the world you're going to upset someone no matter what you do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so why not take the time to sit down and really think about what you want to do? I mean, they're having conversations with alumni, obviously the business world, and people wonder, why can't you do it in a short period of time? Just to put in perspective, you know that the Los Angeles Rams have a new logo, and it took 2 years to get it through all of the proper channels to get it done, including the NFL and copyright infringements, all the things you need to look into. So it's not something that's just the flip of the switch. Okay, here's a name, let's go. So it takes time, and we're doing it the right way.
And, of course, Mr. McGee will be getting a tattoo of that logo when it does arrive.
As soon as it's official.
Is Mr. Theismann
going to be a big one on your back like the other one?
Yeah, like the big Theismann. I have the back of Joe's jersey on my back.
Theismann 7.
Oh, is Joe aware that I suggested that?
A big 7. Oh, yeah, he knows about it. Yeah.
Joe, I don't want to get too personal. Do you have any tattoos?
I do not.
Okay.
I thought about one a long, long time ago, and I just decided that it didn't make sense for me to have a tattoo, so I do not have one.
Because the correct answer, Joe, would have been, yes, I have a Chick McGee tattoo.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
But here is, now that you mention it, I'm considering a Chick McGee tattoo.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Even a picture we could Photoshop one on, my God. I'm going to get on this. I'll get that done. Yeah. Joe Theismann is our guest. A distinguished athlete and author. Joe happens to have a new book out.
Yes, he does.
Entitled How to Be a Champion Every Day, 6 Timeless Keys to Success. Oh, tell me about the book, Joe.
I wrote the book. It's actually been a labor of love for about the last 4 years. And I know we've all done things. You start a project and you get quite a ways through it, and then all of a sudden something happens and it gets delayed and delayed and delayed. And finally, the beginning of this year, I made up my mind that I was going to finish it. It's based upon a lot of the presentations I do, talk about opportunities, goals. There's stories of football, my career, but it's not a football book. It's actually a business book. And I love doing it. General Colin Powell was someone who contributed on leadership in it for me. So it isn't just my concepts, my ideas. It's a collaboration of a lot of great people with abilities to be able to share information when it comes to our own personal lives. And really, when you look at 3 specific areas, the world of sports, the world of business, and our own lives, they all parallel one another. And that was the principle and basis of the book. And so I enjoyed reading it from my times, at the University of Notre Dame when my name was changed from Thiesman to Theismann. To rhyme with the trophy, of which I didn't win. And
you couldn't change it to Thumbardi.
No.
Because, Joe, you won that one.
You won that one.
What another great idea. Joe Thumbardi.
He's really thumping, isn't he? Oh, there it is. There's
another potential tattoo. I mean, what can I tell you?
Yeah.
That's all it is. But so I just really, and I've dedicated the book to the men and women who are, made sacrifices and their families for our country and for the service of our country. So it's important to me that, I hope people enjoy it. Probably the best compliment I've gotten is I had a buddy of mine read it, and he said, Joe, the book sounds like you. And so what the writers were able to do, the writer, Jennifer Brown, was able to do was really capture what I wanted to say the way I wanted to say it. And that I'm very proud of.
Do you read the audiobook?
I've done it. I did the audiobook, yes. The audiobook is available. I read the entire audiobook, and it is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And I say that because as we have a conversation, you can tell stories. You can tell all kinds of stories. But then all of a sudden, when you sit down and actually read the stories, all the thes and the plurals and all the commas and the pauses, you sort of blow through them when you're in conversation with someone. But when you're doing an audiobook, it just takes the time to do it. It took me 3.5 days to do the audiobook.
Wow.
And it's like page after page after page. And it's like, I remember that story. So now you start to forget about what's on the pages and start to tell the story. And the control room would say to me, no, Joe, that isn't what it says.
Joe, you are not the first person to tell me that exact same thing. Peter Frampton just did his audiobook, same deal. But, Joe, when I asked you if you read the audiobook, the correct answer was no, Chick McGee has read the...
That would have been something, huh? You're laughing too much at this idea.
Give me another question. I'll have the right answer, I promise.
Okay, actually, I have kind of a silly question for you, Joe. We're speaking with the great Joe Theismann, and Mr. Theismann has a new book out called How to Be a Champion Every Day, and it's about your life, it's about your business, it's about sports, and lots of different things. We had an interesting news story today, Joe, about a 92-year-old gentleman in Maine who still had his high school letter jacket, which he misplaced a few months ago, and through various social media he found it. Do you, by chance, still have a high school letter jacket?
Actually, I gave it to Chick. He actually has it in his possession now.
If only.
Very well done.
My goodness.
Oddly enough, I do. I do have my high school letter jacket. Yes, I do.
What was the name of your high school?
I had to get it from Chick.
Yep.
But no, it was South River High School in South River, New Jersey. We were the South River Rams. And that was, I talked to a lot of my buddies. It's funny, my time in Canada when I was in Toronto, I remember a lot of the guys I played with, obviously with the Washington football team, a lot of them. And then my high school buddies, we stay in touch, half a dozen of them from time to time. And we're all reaching that point where we have to remind each other what we did.
Sure.
Some guys have parts of stories. Some guys have other parts of stories. So you put them together for a really fun story. It was, I grew up in a really small town. It's right in the middle of New Jersey. It's right in Middlesex County. And we had East Brunswick, Saraville, South River, South Amboy. Everything was right around. As a matter of fact, my wide receiver in high school was a kid by the name of Drew Pearson.
I was just going to say that. I thought I'd remembered that. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Drew Pearson.
And what's interesting, too, is, and it's a shame, is Drew is the only member of the all-decade team that is not in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And I believe that will and should be rectified this year. Was a great Dallas Cowboy receiver. And, hopefully that justice will be done, and he'll be in the Hall of Fame this year as they get voted in a crazy year.
Okay. On a much lighter note, first of all, we are speaking with NFL great Joe Theismann, and his new book is How to Be a Champion Every Day. You can find it at your favorite bookstore or perhaps on Amazon. And I'm looking forward to reading the book. And if the audiobook is, as we mentioned, read by Joe. Joe, do you have the Joe Theismann bobblehead doll?
Actually, no, I don't. I have a Chick McGee bobblehead.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But, which is much more valuable.
I mentioned this because, Joe, you can't see this, but right now Chick is holding up his Joe Theismann bobblehead doll that he keeps, Joe, at all times. It is in the Bob and Tom studios. I'm not kidding.
Yep.
Actually, you hold you share some interesting company. I have also a starting lineup figure of Kirk Cousins, and I have a starting lineup figure of Robert Griffin right here. Yeah.
Oh, great. So all I need to do is go to another team. That's very flattering.
One last question, Mr. Theismann. I assume you probably have some kind of office at your residence. Do you have any framed sports pictures in the office of any heroes? Or
There is one particular picture that I have in the office, and I can't show you that now because I'm on a phone. Yeah. But it sits right between the Super Bowl trophy and the NFL MVP trophy, and it has a very, very special place in my office. It's a picture of Chick when he came to a Washington football game, and the look on his face when he walked into the stadium is priceless. It was like he put his hands to his cheeks and he went, "Oh my God!"
Thank you, Joe.
And it's priceless. It's one of those things that you always keep close to your heart.
Yes.
And in your office.
And that picture of me being introduced to, Joe introduced me to John Riggins, and Joe goes, "Hey, JR, this is a big fan of Chick McGee." And I never will forget what JR said. John Riggins said, "Yeah." It was unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
And did you say, "Can I call you Riggo?"
I do remember that.
You do? Yeah, I can't forget it, yeah.
And he told me later that he was so speechless that he was meeting you. He didn't know what to say.
That's very nice.
Like,
very nice.
What am I gonna say to the great Chick?
That's right.
I mean,
ladies and gentlemen,
you left him speechless.
Our guest Joe Thumbardi. The book is How to Be a Champion Every Day. Joe Theismann. Thank you, Joe. What a great pleasure to speak to you. Always nice. Great. Hope to see you in person soon.
Too many years.
Yes, you need to come in. You need to
have a wonderful holiday.
Big visit.
I've got to stop back in the studio.
Absolutely.
You're right.
Okay, great, Joe. Thanks so much.
Once we get to travel again. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe. Have a happy holiday.
Thanks, Joe.
You too, Joe.
How to Be a Champion Every Day. Joe Theismann. And you didn't want the surprise.
I stand corrected.
Apologize.
I apologize fully and completely. An amazing
Joe has such a great sense of humor, too.
Oh, yes.
He's a good man.
Now, where were we?
I don't know. Where were we?
I lost my place.
I told you about the surreal moment. He actually insisted on driving us back to our hotel after the Redskins game. And we get into his Jeep, a very nice, nondescript
Grand Cherokee.
Grand Cherokee.
Nice.
And he said, "Hey, I got something to play for you," at the time. And this was quite a while ago. So he took out a CD, a Bob and Tom CD, and started playing a Mr. Obvious bit. One of his favorites. And I plotched right there in the passenger seat.
Lucky he had the leather seats.
Yes, absolutely fortunate.
Okay.
If he only knew how many afternoons I spent cussing him. Get the ball down the field, Joe! Jesus!
You bum!
God! Don't do that! Yes! Touchdown!
Now, Christy, we can squeeze in. Do you have? You mentioned, what was it about lions in Spain or something? What was it?
Oh, the lions that tested positive for COVID?
That's it.
4 lions at the Barcelona Zoo in Spain tested positive for the coronavirus.
Officials are saying stay 6 feet away from us.
Yeah. 3 females and a male were tested after their keepers noticed the big cats showing symptoms of the virus.
This isn't the first time.
Yeah?
Yeah, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, he certainly
He was on the COVID protocols. Am I correct? Wasn't he?
Yeah,
Okay,
Matthew Stafford is a lion.
of the Detroit Lions.
Right.
Authorities said 2 members of the zoo staff had also tested positive. The incident marks the second known case in which large felines have contracted COVID-19. You'll recall the first one occurred back in April. The Bronx Zoo in New York, where 4 tigers and 3 lions tested positive for the virus.
Finally, a reason not to go in the lion enclosure, Judge.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, God. I feel bad for the poor guy that's got to put their masks on.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
Come here, Leo.
Hold still.
Relax.
But adorable.
You get me a lion tamer who can put a mask on a lion. That's a lion tamer. Okay.
You know, the lions knew it when they bit the zookeeper and they couldn't taste him.
Yeah, that's...
I'm getting nothing here, fellas.
Usually humans delicious.
Here, taste this arm. What do you think?
Coming up, we've got our history lesson and more exciting stuff. God, that was cool talking to Joe.
Yeah, it was. Nice surprise, Tom. You actually came through this time.
It was really nice seeing Chick just light up. He's
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen once every 10 or 15 years.
Notice how he played along. What is it? The mystery voice, and he starts going.
Yeah.
That was real.
Did you have any idea?
No idea.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be the lady in New Jersey. I honestly thought it was going to be that.
Hi,
no! Why would he do that?
What is he doing?
Oh, that would have been
What
great.
happened?
I wonder if we can get her. You mean this lady?
Is he drunk or something?
Oh, boy.
What is wrong with him?
There we go. In
stereo. And we were in stereo.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Let's get back to reality here. How about a gift? It's always great to get someone a gift that really is for somebody else. You know what I'm talking about? So you could give yourself a gift that actually could pay off for someone else in your life. I'm talking about getting rid of the ED issue. You don't have to go to the family doctor. It's a little embarrassing. Guess what? Roman is here to help. Roman is a pharmaceutical outfit, and they have access to the stuff that perhaps might be helpful for you. You go to getroman.com/wood and find out about erectile dysfunction treatments, the real stuff, the real medication, the stuff you've been seeing advertised on TV for years. Well, now you can access it without going to your family doctor, because with Roman, you can get hooked up with a medical professional. And if you are indeed a candidate for one of these particular pharmaceuticals, guess what? They can get you all hooked up, and they're famous for their free 2-day shipping. Oh, and by the way, that evaluation to see if you're it might be good for you, that costs how much, Josh?
That's free.
That's free also. Plus a special offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners. When you go to getroman.com/wood today, if approved, you can get $15 off your first order of ED treatment. So get part of your life back. Getroman.com/wood, $15 off. Getroman.com/wood. ED used to be tough to tackle, not anymore. Check it out. Once again, it's very easy. Getroman.com/wood. I've got a present for you.
You do?
That's what you're going to be saying.
Oh.
Open me first. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, look what just popped up.
Oh, yeah, we could do this all day. We're coming back with our history lesson. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget to treat yourself to a VIP membership at bobandtom.com. If you love the Bob and Tom Show or know someone who would, makes a great holiday gift. Full access right now as a VIP premium service member, including the live 7-camera video stream of the show as it happens each and every day. The Bob and Tom Show available commercial-free and on demand with our daily podcast, if you're a member. Also, the Bob and Tom archives, the album library, all just there waiting for you to climb into that wormhole for the Bob and Tom fan. Perhaps you. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Lamar Jackson, 94 yards and a touchdown on the ground. And the Ravens emerged from a COVID-19 outbreak to beat the Cowboys 34-17 last night. Returning from a one-game absence after testing positive for the virus, Jackson carried 13 times and threw for 2 scores. He was one of 23 Ravens to spend time on the virus list, while 4 different strains of COVID swept through the Ravens organization. College football, Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and Ohio State hold the top 4 spots in the college football playoff rankings for the 3rd straight week. And the Michigan Wolverines have canceled Saturday's annual football showdown with Ohio State, citing a rising number of COVID cases within the Wolverine program. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh said his players were very disappointed to not be facing the number 3 Buckeyes, who would be heavily favored. The season-ending grudge match, known simply as the game, will not be played for the first time in 102 years. And the PGA Tour plans to start the new year with spectators. There just won't be very many, and the views will be limited. The Century Tournament of Champions is offering 2 ticket options for Kapalua tournament organizers. Don't expect more than about 200 or 300 fans, and they will have views of the 18th hole, but won't be allowed to walk the rest of the plantation course. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
How much money for you to bathe me? Not in a sexual way, but just to get me clean. But you do have to scrub everything.
Name a number, Christy.
I mean, what would the cost be?
Go low. Go low, because I'm paying.
No, Tom's going to pay.
You can wear a mask.
Right.
Gloves.
Oh, my God.
But you have to wash my whole body. But again, nothing sexual.
Nothing sexual.
It's very nurse-like. But I am in a tub.
Do I have to wear a nurse suit?
Oh, no, now we're up to 500.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi, looking for a new car? Well, look no further. Just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my You heard right. You get to see my just by stopping at Bob Bile Motors.
That, my friends, is the Bob Bile difference. The Bob Bile difference.
And that's not all. Take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey, guys, during Bob Bile's
9:45 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update on the forecast, doesn't she?
No, she wasn't really listening. She still listening.
You having a snack in there?
Yes, I was having peanut butter pretzels. She told me they were fresh.
Okay, so
I told you they're fresh.
I
last
know.
break, we get.
Sorry. I guess we're going to have to get rid of the peanut butter pretzels now. We're in trouble,
No,
Chick.
know what?
Sorry.
I have mistimed all my snacks today. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't have a monitor in here, so it's really hard. I was not looking up to see. When you put your headphones on, then I know to put my headphones on.
Oh, Christy, from now on, I do
It's
have
sunny in 38
I have
for-
my baton.
Okay.
When I go, I'm like this.
And I can't hear that with... Never mind.
Just watch my hand motion. It's
Christy, when I was in there, I said the same thing. Got to get a little light. You got to...
Yeah. Yeah.
Josh, go bang on the window.
Sunshine today, looking for a high of 50.
Okay,
Something.
and then
52.
Good news tonight if you're going to the Christmas Nights of Lights
Yeah, you'll get to see them because it'll be dark.
at the fairgrounds. Exactly.
They tried it last year in the daytime. Remember that?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Didn't go.
Not nearly as effective.
Nope. Thought of someone on our
I
staff.
apologize for being late, Mr. Griswold.
You're fine. Nice to see you again. And don't forget tonight on the TV, My Indy TV 23. It's Bob and Tom tonight at 11:30. Everyone's TV but Aces for some reason. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see. Ace Cosby, of course, is at his post, his base, his sphere. which is, of course, the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby Joke of the Day area. Now, I go over that way, and I see Josh Arnold in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. When I answer the phone, it's the Straight Talk phone hotline. And, of course, Christy Lee in the Navy Federal Credit Union news room. There's Jessica. Let's see, who did I miss? Willie G. I'm Tom. Chick McGee. Just getting over the
How about you?
thrill of talking with the great Joe Theismann.
My boy.
Indeed a thrill, man.
Very much fun. Now, where were we, Christy? Did we have anything else we missed?
Yeah, Bob Costas just got onto Twitter. That's what you missed. I'm sorry.
He's not had a Twitter account?
No, he just signed on.
And he's just getting, it's like deciding to start smoking. Why is he doing that?
I don't know. I saw it trending on my Twitter feed, and I'm like, why is Bob
Don't
Costas?
smoke, Bob. You'll stunt your growth.
Why is he trending? And that's because he just signed on. He calls himself a Twitter rookie.
Was having such a great morning.
Hey.
You know I don't talk to Costas.
I know you
I'm
don't,
not
but you know I
speaking to
love him.
What about from the movie Cars? Do you speak to Bob Cutlass? Because that's one of the best jokes in all of movies.
Yeah, they don't make the Cutlass anymore, do they?
No,
Hey, chick, can I bug you?
Oldsmobile's gone.
What was that
sadly.
windbag about? Do you remember?
Oh, you never the Willie windbag.
Is there a mouse loose in the building?
No, that chick's busy looking at TikTok or whatever the hell. She's been doing it all morning.
Dear jerk. Oh, you'd think it was for Josh. Willie G. Dear jerk, but that I call Willie G.
Oh, thank you.
Varsity jackets are still very popular. I know since I make my living sewing all the letters on for both colleges and high schools. Get your facts right, Wilbur. Debbie in Ohio.
Okay.
I feel like I made fun of them way more than Willie did.
I thought so, too.
I was just saying that at my school, it wasn't a thing. If they do it at your school, that's incredible. I'm sorry if I was rude.
But the day you graduate, it's hung in a closet forever.
Yes. That's the thing. A lot of people.
My letter jacket is actually at Willie's house in the closet.
Let's all wear our letter jackets.
Did you have your boyfriend's leather jacket in high school, Jessica?
I didn't have a boyfriend.
Oh, wow. That's sort of a lonely gal, huh?
I went south.
I could have wore my other girlfriend's jackets.
Wow.
All of us, you know.
I can save this.
Okay,
so
don't
you
say a word.
went to the school for the blind? As hot as you were in high school?
Oh, well, thank you.
That
Quite
came out
kind.
right.
Oh, and I've been windbagged.
that was-
Apparently, this is a fake Bob Costas account. That's why it's just, his son's now saying it's fake.
Okay, good.
Gosh,
Who all of a sudden just decides?
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of that.
Is that Bob's son, Bob Jr.? You know him, egomaniac.
Okay,
Dog's name's Bobby.
We have to very quickly review today in history.
Oh. Costas. Time now, folks. Today in history. Mine is everything about Bob Costas.
Okay. On this date in 1965, A Charlie Brown Christmas premiered on CBS.
My God, I'm a puddle. I love it. I just sob at this music.
This is the best. Wow.
Mom and Dad screaming in the next room.
Vince Giraldi? Is that who this is?
Something like that. It's not Garibaldi.
What year was it?
Not Garibaldi, no.
I don't know what it is.
I think it's Giraldi.
Geraldo Rivera.
66, did you say?
65. Okay.
65.
And this year will be on PBS. Check your count. Okay. Oh, it already was? No, that was Thanksgiving.
Let's see. Other than that, it's just boring stuff like Charles and Diana separated. Who cares?
Hey, I'm watching The Crown. You're ruining it for me.
You didn't know they split up? Okay.
Yeah, I did. But
You know, Camilla's name is a full sentence. Camilla Parker Bowles.
yes, she does bowl, and she's quite the bowler.
Charles cheats.
Time now for...
Just one more quick impression that I think you'll want to do for me. 1922, the birth of the great comedian Red Fox. Go.
You big dummy!
Oh, I just love that.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Okay. Now, where were we?
Red Fox had a lot of gas. Things we learned brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. This is Chick McGee, the original Grainger Ranger. Grainger.com. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger for the ones who get it done.
We relived the Disco Lifestyle Awards.
Yeah, boy, did we.
A famous television show that has been buried by the producers. You can't find it anywhere. In fact, if you Google it, you get the piece from our show about the Disco Lifestyle Awards, a little tribute to Sammy Davis Jr. Let's see. Christy is wearing a mime shirt today.
Yes.
As someone asked her, what's the Hamburglar wearing if you have his shirt? Michigan versus Ohio State canceled?
Canceled.
That's a big game, huh?
Wow.
Simply called The Game.
The game.
102 years in a row. And
The game, huh?
Canceled.
Yep, that's how long it's been since Michigan beat Ohio State.
And again, I
102
suggested
years ago.
that they are going to go to the Big Horseshoe and have the Ohio State University band do their famous
You're doing
Ohio
this
with
again, huh?
Dr. Fauci, dotting the I. You see, Dr. Fauci.
Of course, wearing a mask. Yeah.
Dr. Fauci's not tall enough to play a sousaphone.
Dotting the I.
I was tortured with an edition of this song.
Get low.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I was. I somehow missed the get low era.
College drunk Jessica would get low.
Oh, okay.
Really? And then fall over.
Get high, then get low, then get down. Maybe we should just get out.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
For that one.
We found out something I didn't want to know. Those cute little pandas. Apparently, the giant pandas roll in horse manure to stay warm in the winter. Yeah, so welcome to Winnie the Pooh. Thank you.
Winnie the Pooh.
Thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.